side. Just take my hand, don't toss and turn. Let's just lie awake. In just a moment's time, you'll wonder why you ever thought you ever longed for more than you've got. 'Cause baby, you've got you and me. I'm gonna hold you tight through the night. The bed bugs better hope that I don't bite while you're counting sheep in your head. It's time to hit the sack, kapow attack, smack those troubles down, KO they're down. 1, 2, 3 a.m. Or is it midnight still? The window sills a million miles away. But your lucky star, he's here for sure. Down here neath the sheets, the world is yours to conquer. Won't be long, dear. I'm the king and you're the pawn. We're perfect.
There we go. Yeah! Alright, I knew this would happen. I was like, wait a minute. We might not pick up the microphone. It wasn't, but we're here. Just overpowered. Yeah, probably Hearst, unfortunately. Since I'm guessing there is like some a lot of differences now between the browser and the phone app. Since they've changed the phone app quite a while. But we're back! Happy New Year, everybody! Oh my god! Oh! Hey, thank you everybody for being here at the very start. Thank you Nicola and Zeno and Harst and Luke and Matthias and Wolverine just now as well. Oh! God! Like, don't worry, I have stories as well since I came back. Not since I came back from my holidays, and during my holidays as well. Fucking Christmas Day was a chaos incarnate, but we'll get there. But yeah, we're back. It's been a while. It's been like 2 weeks. It's so good to see you all again. As you can see, back to normality. Same old me, same old tea, same old like loud voice. It's good. It's good to be back. Although I'm not gonna lie, I did enjoy my holidays as well. Since I did one thing that I don't do a lot when I'm like in Scotland, which is sit down and relax. Like it was quite enjoyable. I managed to play and finish a game. Oh, like outside of the stream, like mind blown. But I'll talk about that later. Don't worry. We have stuff to go for. But yeah, how are you all? How are you all magnificent people? It's so good to see you. Like, I hope you had a good Christmas, a good winter, like good winter holiday period. It passed way too fast. I didn't have too many problems with the trip, although I did get a bit of a delay. Yes, when I was coming back, and I ended up needing to like stay in the airport for an hour longer, essentially, as I was waiting for the next bus to arrive. You're currently mad debug with flu. Ah, fuck! We need to cast a soon our patra on you. Quick! Do we have any doctors that know how to do this? I hopefully it will go away soon, Luke. Is it kind of like the Christmas flu, where you're like in a family dinner, somebody was sick, so everybody goes sick. If you have one sick person on your Christmas or New Year's dinner with your family dinner, everybody's getting sick. You're not escaping. Wonderful first Xbox in home. It was brilliant. No wildfires this time. Good to hear. You in workaholic mode during the holidays? I started that now, like today. Although even though I'm starting my first shift of the year tomorrow, I had a day off today as well. Since I came back from I came back 3 o'clock at night on like Saturday, Sunday technically, 3 o'clock in the morning Sunday, and after that I just I haven't sat down. Like both today and on Sunday I've just been doing like chores, cooking, shopping, was like laundry. I have been like right at work. I might not have started work yet, but dear Lord, it feels like I've started work. Are the only people you know who hasn't experienced the flu this year. That's good. I haven't either. Well, you were down from the 25th until this Friday with COVID. Jesus Christ! I'm so sorry to hear that, Timmy. Did you manage to enjoy any food at the very least? I know with COVID it can take away your taste, so I hope that didn't happen for you, my friend. But yeah, that sucks. Holy shit. Yeah, aye, we're all fucked. Yeah. It seems that being humanity being stuck for 2 years in COVID lockdown definitely has reduced our immunity defenses. But what can you do? Also, Timmy, Happy New Year, friendo. My hearing is damn near non-existent. Oh god, that won't be a problem for this stream. Look, I'm loud as it is. You're probably going to be like blessed, being like, oh, thank God, nobody in my whole bus ride from work can hear him for once. There is a new virus coming out of China that's hurting hospitals all over the... You played this game. I played this game, people, I'm ready. Yeah, exactly. I've played Plague Incorporated. I'll survive this. I'll deal with this. But yeah, you had a runny nose on Sunday when you went to the light walk. And no one pet and you got over it. That's good. So it was light. The phone is currently connected to a Bluetooth speaker. Oh god. So everybody can hear me in your house, which is probably you and your dog. What's your dog's name so I can say hi to your dog as well? But yeah, what did I do? What didn't I do? So when we finished the stream, was it Saturday was the last stream, right? Daisy. Happy New Year, Daisy! God, this is going to be like, what the fuck? Who said that? Why is that why is this black box knowing my name? First line COVID worker, you're immune to Black Death. Yeah, exactly. Get away from me. You just be wearing the plague doctor mask as you're riding a bus, driving the bus. She didn't stick her hair up. Yeah, I could imagine. You got a record player for Christmas. Record player, like the vinyl record player, I'm guessing, Harster. Those are really cool. And you got some awesome records already. Nice. That's one of the things that if I had more space in my room, Harst, I would probably invest as well. Because nowadays there is many good video game soundtracks getting vinyl releases as well. And they look cool. They don't make them just black. They make them with multiple colors and stuff like that. But I don't have space, so I cannot so unfortunately I cannot have anything like that. I had a friend my dad had a friend with a phenomenal audio setup in his house where he actually took a lot of his old vinyls and wrote them on CDs and they used them that was way before MP3s or anything like that. I was a wee lad at that point. Yeah, no, it is. They are expensive. A lot of limited edition soundtracks for video games Hearts are extremely expensive because they had very limited runs. So that's why. That's why many of them are dog, the machine knows my name. Yeah, exactly. The machine is evolving. If this machine starts to give me treats, I won't need you anymore, master. I will have a new master. But yeah, so what did I do? Because winter holidays for me were a mixture of chilling and 1 and 2 adventures. Which the adventures start before I even left from here, by the way. So after the last stream here, I was doing, you think it might be an investment. True, it's a cheaper player, but God, you're so grateful for it. Slowly build up. Yeah, man. I mean, it doesn't matter if it is a cheap player, as long as it plays your vinyls in an okay quality. That's good. I mean, your favorite thing from Christmas Day was pulling the Pokemon card that's selling for 200. Yeah, it's the Mew card, right? That you were showing us, Luke. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Well, there wasn't any Sonic Adventure per se, but I did, when I will talk about it a bit more in the video game section, but I did complete Shadow Generations during holiday, so I S-ranked everything. I collected all the collectibles. I did as much as I could. Like the only thing that I didn't complete was like the mini challenges that the overworld map. There is like 2 different like completions that you can do. Kind of like there is a gold one and a rainbow one. I didn't try to go for everybody on rainbow time because some of them are just ridiculous. Some of the last ones are quite hard. So I was like, I did it. I'm fine. Moving on. But I did S rank everything. Like when it comes to the stages and bosses, and let me tell you, some of them are fucking hard. But that's for later. For now, it's just like more of the real life stuff that happened. Probably thought I was shot in the nose with the noise I made. Yeah. Last pack as well. Nice. Which pack was that, Luke? By the way, was it like a collections pack or was it kind of like one of the standard sets? Mew is a very fun Pokemon as well. I agree. But yeah, like, so what did I do? So the adventure starts, as I was saying before I even left for Greece. So before I even left for Greece, Sonore Corset, okay, thank you. I was like, did like a lot of chores and stuff, preparing for leaving. I didn't go to church. I'm a heathen. When I die, if God exists, he's probably going like, you didn't go to church once. Yeah, but I didn't do anything bad either, so I'm not going down there. Even if I go down there, I'll just party with Satan. Sharing Jägermeister shots. I'll be like, I'm dead. Does hangover count? No, perfect. Let's go. I don't need to worry about too much drinking if you cannot get fucking... If you're already dead. Satan is cooler, yeah. But yeah, like, so, finish the stream. I was doing like, maybe hell cooler, yeah, maybe. I was like, playing, like, I was like, finish the stream. I was doing a lot of chores, clean the flat. I did like, I cleaned my fridge and emptied it and stuff like that, preparing everything. But on Sunday, before I left, on Sunday, the day before I went to like, because I was leaving on Monday, I doing all the drugs without any withdrawals. What's better? Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like I was flying on Monday, so on Sunday, me and 3 of my friends went to see Sonic 3. I will talk about the movie in a bit, but to just understand how that started. That was the last film I saw this year in the movies. Last year in the movies. I haven't seen any cinema this year. I'm going tomorrow to see Nosferatu though. So we're going with my friend. We're in a car. We're doing this fucking road all the time. Every time on Tuesday, we've been like, my friend would take me with the car and drive us to the cinema to see a film. But we're doing it on Sunday because Sonic 3 came out on Saturday. So it was either like on Saturday, but I was streaming, or on Sunday, and then Monday I was flying, so there wasn't any way to see it. So Sunday, we go there, being alright. Like, as we're driving, not yet, as we're driving, we're right just at the cinema. We're like one roundabout, and then you turn like on that roundabout and you get into like the complex that has the cinema in it. And we were in a car crash. It wasn't anything big, thankfully. It was just like a bump on the back of my mate's car. But yeah, we were like, that was like literally the last film of the year. And we were like, we've been doing this fucking thing all 2024. Nothing. Like, no problems, nothing for all this long. And now, the last fucking day that we go on a movie this year, we get it like a guard pump. It was fine, like, nothing too bad happened. It was just like a nudge. The guys traded phones and, like, traded phone numbers, got pictures of the damage, and, like, which was a big dent, but it was fixed quite easily. And and everything was, the guy was really polite, he was very apologetic, nothing too bad. And yeah, and then and then after that we went to the cinema. I was like, all right, fucking our luck here. Needed the JoJo ending song, yeah, exactly, to be continued next year. But yeah, we saw Sonic 3, and let me tell you, very fun film. Very, very, very fun film. I am best of the trilogy by far. It just like took all the things that worked in Sonic 2 and just like kept only those. No, like even the human actors in the film, they were not there for too long, but except for Jim Carrey, obviously, because he was playing two characters. Crazy man. But even the jokes for the human characters were really, really good in that film. So really funny, really good at picking all the nice story stuff from Sonic Adventure 2 and bringing it over to the universe of the cinematic universe, essentially. Like, you know, with the past of Shadow and stuff like that. Some changes as well, though. For example, like Zero Robotnik is like one of the main villains. He's not like, oh yeah, he's dead, you know, and we're fighting the things that he set up like before he died. No, he's actively like there. And both Robotnik, like Ivo and Zero Robotnik, are played by Jim Carrey. And he does a very, very good job. Like this is one of the best comedic performances I've seen Jim Carrey had like in a long time. I got some really like nice kind of like Mask / Grinch vibes from his comedic acting. Thankfully no, but she doesn't get well, you know, shot, no, dead. you have to see. I'm not saying anything else. But as I said, like they keep a lot of vital parts for Shadow, like for Shadow's backstory and stuff. Like Shadow, they did a good job with the character. Did Obama appear? No, unfortunately not. Many good references to the games as well. Many like good action, man. Like the again, I'm not gonna spoil anything for those who haven't seen it yet, but let me tell you, it has like a phenomenal like it did a better, like, let's just say it like this, it did a way better job at like overpower fighting, two beings being overpowered, to being super, let's say, fighting each other, than what fucking Dragon Ball Evolution did. So yeah, really good action, really good story. Like the story was actually quite decent. Mind you, the only like complaint about Sonic 3 would be that it, for the most part, it's a movie for kids, right? So it's mostly comedic, and it tackles like some really heavy issues. And even though it's not bad at tackling these issues, there is a couple of moments that actually got me in that film. It kind of like sidetracks them quite fast because it's a kids film, like, so it goes like, so you will see something like really heavy in a couple of moments and then immediately be like, oh, comedy, come on, like it's time for jokes. Like, so it has that problem, unfortunately. It's the only problem that I have with that film personally. But it will whiplash you a couple of times with that kind of thing. There is a scene from the movie said it's shadowing time, then shadowed all over the guys. Yes, absolutely, shadowed everywhere. But again, really good film. Everybody, like, Jim Carrey did amazing. Like, I do recommend, if you like comedic Jim Carrey performances, watch Sonic 3. Like, he does an amazing job in that. The music is really good. Everything is really good. Honestly, like, Sonic 3 is an actually good film. Like, I cannot believe I'm saying this, but Sonic 3 is actually a good film. Like, well done. It took them third time's the charm, they say, but it was literally third time the charm. Kids have time to be depressed later. Yeah, goofy fun stuff. Oh god, this is too heavy. Quick, the comedy. Jim Carrey, do something funny, okay? Just like, but it was really good. Like but like imagine I went to see it with 3 of my friends that haven't seen the other 2 films, the first or second one, and they were also like, oh yeah, that was actually quite decent. I wasn't expecting that, and I was like, yeah, I'm surprised as well. So yeah, so that was the last. That was the last like film I saw, and that was the last thing I did with my friends as well. Like then we came back at my place, spent some time talking and drinking, like, and having some beverages and stuff, and then everybody needed to go because 2 of my friends were going back to the parents' place, and the other one the same, and I was flying back to Greece, so everything like that. So that was the first part. Then Monday comes, time to fucking fly. Like I finished all the other stuff, you know, like turn off the boiler, you know, boring home chores. And I had everything packed and ready, go to the airport, no problems, no delays, no big delays, didn't miss any planes. Actually, I arrived like in Greece like on time, which was like at 1:30 at night. So you can imagine by the time I got a taxi from the airport back home, and then like, you know, said hi to my mom and everything like that, ate something, and then went back to sleep. Sonic 3, because the world looked like we needed Santa's power. Sorry, Knuckles. Yeah, don't worry. Ninja, first of all, welcome back. Happy New Year. We're just like, I'm just chatting about like my Christmas holiday experience, and obviously we like, you feel free to chat, to say how you went on holiday as well, because a lot of the people here were sick, ill, which again, that's unfortunate. But yeah, thank you so much for joining us again, man. But yeah, like, so went back home, and now here's the fun part. So I arrived there Monday late night. Tuesday, Wednesday, was Christmas. So Tuesday, woke up after like having like 5 hours of sleep, and then go to help my mom with like shopping, because me and my mom were making like a Christmas dinner for me, my mom, and her friends. So we're like, all right, we need to grab stuff, like we need to grab food, we need to get like preparing, let's go. So go to the supermarket, come in, like my mom has like, because she's old, she has like a trolley, right, a basket trolley to carry her stuff. We filled the fuck out of it with like food and stuff. We stuffed the whole fucking chicken, and we like, and had like stove potatoes and like sausages and many things. Like we had like stew, like steak stew, like as well. It was great, a lot of food for everybody. Sparrow playing the majesty of KOF 15. Nice! I played a little bit of KOF 15 as well, just like against the AI on my Steam Deck, but I you know, I had to do some more matches against the AI with Vice. I love the character. You need to actually finish your new desktop background for 2025. Ooh, man! When you finish like making it, post a pic as well on Discord if you're in. I would love to see it. Only game you've played is Balatro. Oh god, don't worry. I have some games, and I have some games that fucking Viking and Timmy, you need to play. Xeno as well. But I will get there. I played, I shit you not, one of the best games I've ever played during the holidays. But you'll have to wait for that. Because the adventure hasn't stopped, because here comes the Christmas dinner story, because oh boy, here is the most chaos. So we pick all the shopping and stuff, you know, we reach home and everything. Finally played ET. We picked all the shopping, helped my mom with cooking and stuff like that, you know. And well, I say cooking, preparing. The actual cooking would become like on the day. I go like I go with some friends at night, at like in the afternoon for a beer out. We, you know, we haven't seen each other for like 6 months, so we're like, oh my god, how are you? How have you been? Yada yada. And then I come back, And we realized something very troubling, me and my mom. First off, we didn't have phone, because my mom got a message from the phone provider that the phone and internet would be very finicky, like it was cutting on and off all the time, because they were doing constructions at another place, and that the problem would be resolved at the 8th of January. So technically my mom's home doesn't have a home, like a landline yet. Yeah, that's one of the problems. And then the second problem, we didn't had water. Like there were some like emergency cutoff for the water supply in our whole area. So once we realized it, because we were like trying, you know, it was night, we're about to go like to brush our teeth and stuff like that, and we were like, like there is not a lot of pressure in this water, what's going on? So I go online, check like the public water company, the Greek public water company, and they were like, oh yeah, in your area and 3 surrounding areas the water will be cut until like Christmas afternoon. And we're like, shit, how the fuck are we going to prepare dinner without water? So immediately go to, people still have landlines? I mean, look, if you have internet, you have a landline as well, just you don't use it for phone. But yeah, they do. So we run and we go grab like basins and buckets and get as much water out of the pipes as we could. So we filled like a couple of buckets worth. So we had enough for cooking at the very least. So yeah, that was just before Christmas, by the way. That was just before Christmas Day. It was like, all right, great. This delightful. Like, we're starting amazing. So, you know, wake up the next day. My mom already started cooking and everything like that. And I started helping her, like cleaning, so like cooking and everything like this. Thankfully, they turned back the water by 11 o'clock in the morning. So thankfully we were like, okay, we had like water for people to drink and to like clean dishes and everything like that. And it wasn't like taken down anymore after that. So whew, that's one of the problems solved. And yeah, and then we start the Christmas dinner. And oh boy, here we go. So in the Christmas dinner, it was like me, my mom, a couple of my mom's like friends, and then one guy who was the neighbor of one of my best, the neighbor in the same like building essentially, of one of my mom's best friends, who was coming to the dinner party. And she was like, hey, this guy will be like alone for Christmas, is it okay if he like joins us for the Christmas dinner? I was like, yeah. And then my mom and me both were like, yeah, absolutely, sure, why not? Like let the guy have some Christmas dinner and with us. And why was he alone? Because if fiber internet doesn't actually use the landline. Really? What the fuck is he using? Fiber, you will say, which would make sense. But it is a line in the land. Does it not count? Is it land fiber instead? But yeah, so we're like, all right. So the guy comes in, cool dude. It's air fiber, yeah. The guy, cool dude, 37 years old, that 2 years older than me, and it's using internet, yeah. And what happens, and the reason why he was alone for Christmas was he was married and he had a daughter, who was 3 years old or something like that, but he was recently divorced. So you know, oops. So yeah, exactly. So the guy was alone because of that, and we were like, absolutely, we don't mind. Like, we don't mind. Divorce before Christmas? Recently, no. He was divorced like a month ago, essentially. So it wasn't before Christmas. It didn't happen like very soon, that soon. But you know, it was recent. So I'm like, all right, you know. So it's fine. Like the guy was with us. We were talking everything. I mean, he was having fun. he was having like fun because even though my mom's friends are like very old, are like, you know, between 70 and 80 years old, they love gossiping, and this guy was in the same like apartment complex as them. So oh boy, the gossiping on the Christmas table, absolute. Like I was just like hours of entertainment. I didn't know that people can gossip for that much. I was like quite taken aback. But yeah, we were enjoying the food, we were having fun, like anything like that. And then, you know, I don't know how it like Christmas Christmas dinners works for you guys, but we were like, you know, after we devoured everything, I had like fucking 2 plates of food and 2 plates of desserts. I was like, you know, after like the Christmas dinner and everybody left and I cleaned the place, I was like on bed for the rest of the day, just like digesting and trying to survive the process. And you know, we were chatting. Oh boy, here we are. And then, you know, things went a bit political, let's say, in a comatose state, yeah. So things were starting to get a bit political. You know, people were like smoking or anything like that as well. I was like playing with the dog because one of their friends brought their dog with them, so I was like just petting it and like stuff like that. And yeah, and then things were a bit political, let's say. And I realized that again, I need to remind you guys, I'm 35 years old. I'm very similar to his age, and his mentality was like the mentality that Greek people had in the 1950s. Because he was like, oh yeah, the Greek economy is like this bad because of the immigrants. And I was like, oh no, oh God, no. I thought we were done with this shit. Can we not bring this kind of talk on the Christmas table? Oh God! And not only that, then we had discussions about LGBTQ people and how he thinks that they're unnatural. And I was like, oh my God, I am going to fucking lose it. Yeah, exactly. Man, the guy was 37. He was literally 2 years older than me. How can you be so back at that age? Like, come on. Like, exactly. Just like being, oh my God. I don't know what to say, man. Like, I was like, he was like, it's unnatural. And I was like, dude, I'm a geneticist. It is not unnatural. He was like, nature is only 2 sexes. I was like, nope, I'm a geneticist. There can be in-betweens, even in genetics. Now you pointed to him, deserve to be divorced? No, like, jokes aside, like, even though the guy was like, you know, stupid when it comes to the political talk, this needs to be said, the guy was not a bad person when it comes to the people within the group that he was. Like, every single one of the older people that lived in the apartment complex, he helps them every day. They will ask him for like any electronical issues. He will go and fix them. Sometimes he will go and do chores outside with shopping and stuff for them. Like, the guy's not a bad dude when it comes to people. The guy's just like mentally wise, like when it comes political wise, a fucking knobhead. Which a same thing, like a guy who is happy to help people yet thinks that this kind of fucking things in 2025, man. No, people can be good or bad. No morally gray. There is a lot of gray. So I couldn't but yeah, I was losing it, man. I was like, when he was talking about especially the LGBTQ stuff, that he was like, oh, it's a nut. Didn't know it was possible to have like 3 genders in animals. Yeah, there's 3 genders, even more, man. Like there is hermaphrodites, dude. There is like many people have been, have both genitalia. Like that's something that can happen. It's how your chromosomes are like, how your chromosomes are like spliced, because sometimes like the splicing procedure can create mistakes. sometimes people, instead of having like X and Y chromosomes, the X and Y chromosome for being male, you have XXY, or like you have, there are women that have XXX, for example, and stuff like that. There is this kind of things that can happen that make you being like both genders. Is it as common as it is now? It has always been. It's not common. Like, you need to understand, like, genetically speaking, it's not very common. That is a very rare thing to happen. But it can happen. It has happened throughout the whole, like, through the whole fucking nature genesis, this can happen. So, and let's not forget, there are also gay penguins, yeah. There's been, like, gay people since the fucking cavemen, man. Like, saying people, like, it's unnatural was, like, because they were, like, you know, the XX and XY top is crazy deep. Yes, it's extremely complex. And I can easily say that because I have a degree on genetics. I actually studied that. Is it more frequent now than over the course of the human history? No, it's honestly, Harst, it's kind of like a chance. I wouldn't say it's common. It just happens. The thing is though, Harst, and this is important, is that as the years go by, we became better at recognizing it. Essentially. Because when you're like, in ancient history, some people might have been hermaphrodites without knowing. Like, they have been male that have a uterus, but they don't know they have it because it is inside of them. They don't have like a vagina. They have like a penis, and then inside of them they have a uterus as well without knowing. It happens. That can happen. So if you were in ancient history, how the fuck would you know that? You know? Like, how the fuck would you be like, oh, I'm a hermaphrodite, even though I can't look inside of me? Yeah, it's a very interesting topic in that kind of sense. I mean, yes, because population is fucking massive now compared to history as well, yeah, but also it's because we can recognize it. Like, one of the many people who go like, oh, the world is going under, because like, for example, you will hear many people being like, oh, people with like autistic people are like have been on the rise. It was like, no, well, not exactly. People with autism have been on the rise because we actually have better means at like finding out that people have autism. Like, in the past, people might have autism and then other people would be like, oh, he's just weird, you know, like little Jimmy's just a bit weird, don't worry about him. Hopefully we'll be able to get him like a decent job at the public sector and be fine. If you XYY, you cannot get XYY, Viking. That cannot happen. Because the Y chromosome, so like it's how things merge from your parents. So there is, your mother has XX and your father has XY. So if a mistake happens in that process, you can have XXX or XXY. You cannot have two Ys though, because there is only one Y in the gene pool between your two parents. So yeah, there is no such thing as XYY. What is related to interspecies than humans being cats? To other animals like dogs think it's a pigeon. I don't know what you mean about that, Harser, I'm so sorry. Oh, what's the input? Oh god, it must be something very specific. So no two penises? Oh no, there are people with two penises, but that is a different thing. Oh, Cam is here. But what if your dad and your mom and your mom is... What if your dad is your mom and your mom is your mom? Oh god, then we're talking about fucking mitosis over there, Cami. How is that? Also, Happy New Year, friendo. It's good to see you. Octapusan Ravex Y bread. I like that you said bread. But yeah, no, there have been people with two penises. Also turns out that when you stop effing people's lives because of who they are, there are more people of that group tend to pop up. Ugh. Yeah. Sorry, people are identifying as cats. Is this genetic on something? No! No, I don't think that's genetic, Harster. I think that's just more of a psychological thing. But it's like, forget about the cat thing, but when people like, there are men that feel like women more than men, that's fine. That's like a gender issue, like thing, instead of like a sex thing, and not issue because it's not a bad thing. Just like that's fine. There are some men that just feel more like women than men, and they choose to live like women. Perfectly normal for me. Like, as I said, trying to be open to these kind of things. It's 2020. We're in 2025. We should be open to people being like. It's natural, though it's not meant to happen. Genetic evolution makes no promises. Nature makes no promises. Absolutely. Don't forget that the reason how evolution works is like nature throwing darts at like genetical mistakes, and then one of the million ones will stick. And ta-da! It's an evolution. But yeah, so that was my Christmas dinner. Which was, a trip, let's say, like having problems with no phone and no water for a while, and then like having political discussions with a guy who was born the similar year as me, but feels like he was like grown up in the 1950s. That was an interesting Christmas. Definitely one of the most unique one I've ever had in my life. They had then any other adventures? One funny one for New Year's. We also did a New Year's dinner, a smaller one, that one. And my mom was like, "Hey Nick, can you make us some garlic bread for us?" And then I was like, yeah, absolutely, because I make my own garlic bread. Like, I do it a lot of the time, so I was like, sure. But my mom was like, but please don't use butter, because one of our friends that is joining us doesn't like butter. And I was like, all right, fine. I'll just I'll make it with olive oil. So I was like, here we go. Like, went to a good bakery in Greece, found a baker there, and was like, hey, hello, I would like a bread which is crunchy on the outside but soft in the inside. It was like, why do you need that? It was like, because I want to make a very, very good garlic bread. And he was like, yeah, perfect. That one is the best. I was like, perfect. Like, thank you. Got the garlic bread, said like, olive oil costly in Greece? It's so expensive in England. No. Olive oil is not costly in Greece, Harster. There is so much olive oil in Greece. The problem that is costly is because of many different European Union tariffs that go on olive oil. Nick, turn the music down a bit. Absolutely. Sorry about that. Is that better? You're like competing with the music. I'm like, on one hand, more. Got it. Here? Maybe better. Okay, thank you. So we're like, so my mom was like, yes, she doesn't like bringing she doesn't need butter. I was like, okay, I'll make it with like olive oil. So I got some cut the bread in half, had like some fresh parsley, chopped it down, got like a small bowl, put like olive oil, garlic paste, and the parsley, mixed it all together, and then like spread it very liberally on the bread. I was like, it's for New Year's dinner. We're not caring about calories, boys. Here we go. Grab the fucking paint roller and start. No, absolutely not. But so we did that, and then my mom was like, you've told me that you eat garlic bread with cheese, and yeah, when I make my own garlic bread, I like putting some cheddar cheese on top before I bake it. And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, can you do that as well? Because my mom loves cheese as well. Guess why I'm like this. I was like, absolutely, sure. So put some grated cheese. Put some grated cheese on the garlic bread. And then, just before the New Year's dinner was about to start, put it in the oven, come out, put it on the table. We all start eating, and then my mom's best friend, where we didn't put butter in the garlic bread because she can't eat it. She was like, "Oh, I cannot eat the garlic bread," and I was like, "Oh, how come? Don't worry, it doesn't have butter." It's like, "Oh no, I know it doesn't have butter." I don't like cheese either. And as he said that, like I just turned to my mom and be like, why the fuck did you tell me to put cheese on the garlic bread then? Like, me asking, my mom's friend was not there. It's my mom's best friend. She should know, like, she should know that she doesn't eat cheese. And I'm like, there being, looking at my mom and be, how the fuck? Why did you tell me to add cheese to this when your friend doesn't eat cheese? Oh God. So I was like, I'm really sorry. See, I was to my mom's friend, I was like, I'm really sorry, I didn't know. And my mom's friend was like, no, I wasn't expecting you to know. I was expecting her to know though. And it was like, yeah, my mom wanted cheese, Viking. That's the answer. Obviously, that's the answer. But if she told me that her friend doesn't like cheese, I would have done half of it without the fucking cheese. Oh man, like I was like, for fuck's sakes. Like, it wasn't a disaster, don't worry, we had a lot of other food there, so we all ate like a amount of food, and then again for the other half of the day on New Year's as well, I was just like on bed digesting while like watching videos on YouTube because I couldn't even have the energy to play a game. Mom's house, mom rules, yeah. But we're Greek, you need to be a good host. That's what I've been living here. When my birthday party, I made sure that I had like both vegetarian and vegan like dishes. I even made vegan pizzas for fuck's sakes because we had a couple of people on my birthday party who are vegan. So I bought vegan cheese, which is like plant-based. It's not like milk-based. It's not as tasty, but it works. And they ate the pizza and they had fun. Like, Kami's vegan, chat. No, I don't think Kami's vegan. I'm pretty sure the sous vide steak he had for New Year's definitely made him not be vegan. But yeah, so that was another funny story. And then the pastime that I did with my mom the most was to play cards. So not Yu-Gi-Oh or anything like that. It's a game called Biriba, actually. Let me find a link of it, because I'm pretty sure I can find a link for it because I think there is a Wikipedia article about it. Yeah, playing card game. There it is. So people know as well like what it is. There you go. This is the game. Kami has an entire cow in his freezer. Yeah, Timmy, but the cow is just like in cryostasis because Kami uses it to get fresh milk. That's not for eating. I'm more happy to toss your mom's salad as part of my vegan diet. Yeah, exactly. To toss fucking like peg. Just like fucking bam, like kick the salad as like a vegan appreciation day. Oh, look, don't worry. I didn't FTK my mom, but I definitely made her angry. So we were playing that game. That's the game that my mom has been playing with. Even when my dad was alive, they were playing that game. That's the game that they've played the most. It's a game that you can play 2-player or 4-player. 4-player is like teams of 2 essentially. And you can play it based on points, or with what we like to do with my mom is to play it until like not points but based on like closures, kind of like the goal of the game is to empty your hand essentially by doing sequences of like series of the numbers in sequence of the same suit, or the same number or suit, or the same number, or like, you know, jack, queen, that kind of stuff in a triplet. And the way you win is to do that. You need, once you empty both of your hands, you have 2 hands in that game. Once you empty your first hand, you get a packet, it's your second hand. Once you empty both of your hands, you need to have a sequence on you, with you, that is like 7 cards and above. If you have that, you win. And you win the round. So that's how we play. We played like how fast we can, like, the person who empties their hands first wins the round, essentially. And we played it to 10 wins, 10 10 round wins. Whoever reaches the 10 rounds first. Did your mom beat your ass? Is it still this card game? No, I did the opposite, Timmy. I beat her ass. Like we played 4 games throughout Christmas, because it takes a while. It takes like a couple of hours, even with the fast version that me and my mom play. It takes a couple of hours, especially if there is a lot of like back and forth. But the first game was the funniest, because my mom was like, my mom is also like very competitive when it comes to like these kind of games, because she was like, come on, it's time to play Biriba, it's time to like whip your ass, boy. And I was like, all right, we'll see. So we start the first game, and it was like, does your mom know the meta? Yes, he does. Matthias has been playing that game before I was even alive. But I've been watching them play that game since I was a child, and then played that game with them after as well. So I know the meta as well. So yeah, so I was like, first game we play, alright? That was like just after Christmas. Did you know that the Switch 2 released in 2021? What, is it the Steam Deck? YouTube video said so. Oh, Sid, I'm so sorry. Also, Happy New Year, Sid. It's good to see you, friendo. How have you been? But yeah, so I'm talking about how I beat my mom in card games. So yeah, so we're like, so my mom was like, come on, let's play the first game of the holiday. I want to beat your ass. It's been like a while since the summer. I was like, all right. Just like, I'm in Scotland now, yeah. That's water there. Is your Scots. To be honest, you don't need, like, we have some of the best water in the world in Scotland, Sid. So I don't even need the Scots. So yeah, so I was like, okay, let's go. So my mom wins the first 2 rounds. So it was 0-2, my mom winning. And then I won 7 rounds in a row. Then she won 1 more, and then I won 2 more. So we were at 9-3. And my mom got so angry that was like, I'm not playing the fucking, like, I'm not playing this. You're like, fuck off. By the way, I wasn't taunting her or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, I wasn't like, my mom gets very salty, and the only thing I want, my mom rage quit on the first game of cards, like, that we did for the Christmas holidays, like, and I don't like, when I play with my mom, like, I don't need to tease her, because she gets angry herself, like, the Jones, especially the God damn it, why are you so lucky and stuff like that, all the time. When the 7-0 was happening, she was losing it. And yeah, 9-3, my mom was like, I'm not fucking playing with you anymore. So she goes upstairs in her bedroom where she has the TV. And she started smoking to calm herself down. And I just opened the door, and I was like, oh yeah, like, I know the feeling, mom. Like a cigarette is great after a good pegging. And she was like, go fuck yourself and close the door. So that was really funny. After a good because there is, the thing of like, but you said that in Greek, right? Yeah, I said that in Greek. Yeah. Oh, Justus! Happy New Year! How are you, friendo? It's good to see you, man. I hope 2025 is full of fun for you and everybody else in the chat as well. I think that's just your general ability to piss off people in competitive games. Why? I haven't done anything! Not me included. Yeah, I haven't done anything. I just want to have fun. But yeah, it was like really funny. Don't worry, we played like another 3 games. I won from the other 3 that we played throughout the year. I won 2, and C won 1 as well. With the last funny one, with the last best one, which was like the game that we played the day I was flying, because my flight was at 5:30 in the afternoon. We had time in the morning to play and one last game, and that was like that was like back and forth. Like my mom. It started with an 0-5, my mom was winning, and then I managed to get to 6-5, and then it was going like back and forth constantly. It was like a really, really fun game. Yeah, Happy New Year, Justus. But yeah, so other than that, that was kind of like the biggest, like the funny slash interesting moments of my holidays with the fucking Christmas adventures, the card games, and the rest of it was just relaxation. Although I did do some work. I went to the shop, to the supermarkets with my mom a couple of times in order to buy stuff for her, because she's old, right? She cannot carry a lot of stuff, even with the cart, even with the trolley that she has. She cannot overfill it. So I was like, you know what? Let's go a couple of days, like for a few days together, and I got like a plethora of of the heavy stuff that you need for chores, like a lot of fabric conditioners, a lot of like washing liquids, a lot of like all the heavy shit. My mom feeds a lot of like stray cats outside, so I bought like almost 100 different like wet food cans for cats, and kilos of like dry food for cats and stuff like that. When your mom is winning, does she trash talk? Yes, my mom does trash talk a lot. Like when she was winning, she would be like, "Finally, I will beat your ass." I was like, "We'll see." You think the PM of Canada could bribe the judge in the divorce case? Wait, did the Canada PM? What happened? He kind of went nuts after his wife left him and took the kids, and he's the PM of Canada. Well, I mean, at the very least, it sounds like the PM of Canada cannot abuse the system, so that's nice. Nick Small case. Okay. Oh yeah, Kain can if he has TOP. Mind you need to have full bar and everything though. But yeah, I've seen it happen, although it is very hard. Okay, I'm home from the gym. Welcome back, Nicola. God, like, I hope you're doing alright. I'm really sorry to hear about that car crash. I hope I hope you came out of it alright. I don't know about the car, unfortunately. But it wasn't your car. You were not the driver. As long as you're okay. And no humans was hurt. Okay, that's the most significant part. How was the car? now that the significant part is out. Just the driver's dignity, wallet, and the traffic light. Oh! What? Did he fucking go head first in the traffic light? Let me send pics of the car. Go for it. But yeah, so it was overall, I have to say, I had a very nice Christmas, and like a very nice winter holiday when it comes to like normal things. Because I went to see some of my friends. I saw some people that I saw a friend of mine that I haven't seen for like 5 years, so that was nice to catch up with him. I also went to see one of my best friends. Now he's like has a child, like she's 1 year old now, and it was very funny to see how she interacts, because I went to their place. Obviously I was like, guys, I'll come to your place. You have a child that is like 1 year old, you probably need a room and everything there. You've got it in general. Oh boy, here I come. Oh my goodness. Alright, at the very least it didn't go very in, but you must have been going like fast for this. You probably were going like fast for this, boy. Is it okay if I saw it on Steam? On stream. Yeah, sure. No, perfect. Okay, one more. Oh my god. Poor car. Mind you, good. Is that your foot? But yeah, whew! It seems that it was like empty though, because it was during the night, so good that nobody else was hurt. But dear lord, yeah, that was like speeding right into it. But yeah, so glad to hear that you and your friends were okay though, Nicola. That's the main thing. I think we crossed like at like less than 30 kilometers per hour. Wow, that's actually that's quite far in for that speed, honestly. Because we lost much speed from the guy understeering and braking. Okay. Oh, was it like a nice thing on the road that made you like swerve? You on Discord? So the cat. Yeah. Okay. So the cat. That was about, as I was saying, Wolverine, about the going to visit my, well, like the front of the car is made to be destroyable. That's true. You're absolutely right, Nicola. That's not UK. There is no potholes on the road. But yeah, so like the cat that I saw on Discord, that cat was the cat that they have in their apartment. My friend with his family and the daughter, right? So I went there. The daughter was like just woke up from her nap time, and she saw me first, right? And she was like, for the first hour that I was there, we were there like we had some dinner as well. I was there for a while because we're catching up for everything. And she was like, just like, kind of like looking at me, going like, "Who the fuck is he? What is this like loud bearded guy doing in my flat?" Just like looking at that. The cat again, their pet cat, chill cat. The cat, like I've seen that cat like for a while, and it was like the cat was just like playing around, smelling stuff. Then the rust creates a natural grapple zone, though. Yeah. Loud bearded Greek man. Yeah, exactly. It was like, what the fuck is he doing here? But as the kid got comfortable and started like being like, oh yeah, this guy is like pretty friendly, then we're playing around as well. So it was like, when we're eating, she was trying to grab some stuff. I was like, no, my plate. You go eat with your mother. Like, because obviously she had her own food. I mean, just loud bearded man, yeah. Greek! But yeah, it's like, it was really fun because she's just only 1 year old. Like she was born like at like the 27th of like December, like very close to New Year's. So, and you can already see her personality coming up, like already. I was like, oh boy, you guys are gonna have fun when she starts actually walking. She was zooming though, like crawling on all fours. That kid was fucking zooming. She was also like pretending to be Solid Snake because he was hiding behind the couch and poking, like playing hide and seek with everybody, poking her head out of the back of the couch in a corner. So adorable, absolutely adorable, and quite like she wasn't crying a lot or anything like that, which was really nice. And we were like, yeah, you know, and I was talking with them, and the cat was just chill. Even with the kid, man, the cat would just go next to the kid. The kid would like pet it and stuff like that. But at some point, it would be fine. But at some point, the cat came next to me to the sofa, right? And I was just like, start like petting it. And I've grown up with cats in the house, so I know how to treat them. And I knew, like, you know, the sweet spots for pets, for cats, under their neck, behind their ear. They love that. Those are the spots that if the cat trusts you and allows you to pet them there, oh God, they go into chill town immediately. And yeah, I did. Like literally after a few pets for a few minutes, it just slept next to me. So that's why I took the picture at that point. And then as I was like talking with my friend outside, the cat was still on the couch, never moved from there. And the baby just went like pah, and just started crabbing it with its whole body because again, it's a baby, it's like 1 year old. Just like this. And the cat just woke up being like, it's you, alright. And then went back to sleep. You love having your shifter. Wait, are you trying to like banish everyone that touches your iPad? Not crane away. Oh, your feet. Yet! God, are you going to like drive underwater just to get there? Did you bongos the cat's belly? The baby did, not me. I was like, it's sleeping. Let it sleep. Outside of breaking fingers, falling apart, breaking. Oh God. The Cybertruck made it less explodey. Whoa! The Cybertruck using gestures on the iPad screen to change from drive to neutral to reverse. That is such a bad idea. Like, fucking manual. Even if you're doing automatic, have a manual fucking stick for this. Any glitch happens, you're fucked. Oh God. Oh. The greatest of selling points. There is a what other case? What the other point where like the edge of the wing, like where the wing of the car like meets the door of the car is so sharp that it can actually cut your leg, and you know that's a point that you pass. Electric cars are 100 years too early. Ah! Oh, speaking of electric cars, oh, get ready. That's another funny thing that happened in Greece when I was there. During holidays, people go like on vacation and stuff, right? So, and electric cars, even in Greece, has been kind of on the rise because, you know, people are like, hey, like, first of all, it's cheaper. Petrol is quite expensive. And, or will be cheaper. But the thing is, you can only drive electric cars in Athens and in Thessaloniki, the two big cities of Greece. Because those are the ones that have like electric, like, plugs for cars in like many areas, so you can charge them. So people though, if you've been like, it happens in a lot of places, people, especially people who grew up not in Athens in Greece, and they grew up in like other areas of Greece, and then they came to Athens to work, they would usually go back to where they were born, like villages or smaller towns or anything like that, during holidays. Especially that happens like especially during winter holidays and Easter holidays, since those are the two biggest holidays we celebrate in Greece. And they will go back there so they can celebrate it with like the elder family, like the grandparents. But if you drive an hour or more, you have to drive with the heat off in the winter time. Oh. Thessaloniki, my beloved, it's a very good city. I mean, my mom is from Thessaloniki, and I've spent a lot of time in Thessaloniki myself. I like that city. Who says they will be cheaper, Nick? Like, depending on the petrol price, because it's like, oh, no. I still think that electric cars have a long way to go before they actually become as convenient as regular cars. But we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. At the very least, hybrids help a lot. But to be honest, like, my friend had bought like a very economic like normal car, and it like he could like go for a while with a full tank of gas. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. The thing is that they're pushing electric cars to sell them because, you know, there is a lot of countries with different plans and stuff to go like, oh, this city will be all electric at 2025. Wait, no, that's not happening. 2030. This city will be all at 2030. But to understand the funny story that happened, a lot of people took their electric cars to the villages and stuff like that. And guess what? There are not a lot of like fucking plug-in points for cars there. So, but they were thinking, hey, we'll get the cars there and the drive-by back, and it should be okay. It wasn't, because a lot of like we had quite bad weather in Greece for the winter week, for the Christmas week. New Year's week, perfect. New Year's week, all sun and sunshine and warm and stuff. It was great. Winter week, fucking we had cold temperatures like 4 degrees and torrential rain. And I'm not sitting you about the torrential rain. It was torrential. So because of that, people were stuck in traffic on their electric cars, which were running out of power. And essentially what happens, and I saw it on the news and I couldn't stop laughing, was rows of electric cars at the side of the fucking like highway because they were run out of juice. So they were all stuck there. It just couldn't go anywhere. That's the other problem with this kind of stuff. Like, we have electric cars, but we don't have the infrastructure to supply them either. Electric cars could do with modular batteries. The problem is that batteries are fucking heavy. Like that's the other problem with stuff. We need to develop a little bit of the battery technology. But yeah, like honestly, I was watching the Greek news, guys, and it was like rows of dead electric cars just stuck in the rain or snow, because it did snow. It snowed on all the mountains in Greece. All northern part of Greece was actually snowing, which is insane. So oh yeah, I see him. I see the brain rot that Tim is trying to bring back. I have my own brain rot as well. But yeah, like also lithium then batteries come. Man, it's not only that. Like first of all that as well. I mean, to be honest with you, see that happens with everything. Fucking iPhones are made the same way. But the problem is not only that. Like the battery technology, the batteries how we use them now, they're still a bit inconvenient when it comes to like big power, essentially like that for like stuff. Brain rot fight, I'll win it. But yeah, like so that was funny that happened there, and I laughed quite a bit. So that was another adventure for Greece. Other than that, honestly, that's kind of like. I didn't manage to go to the movies. We didn't manage to watch any series with my mom because our internet was like dodgy and spotty because it was going in and out all the time. That's why I couldn't do a lot of other stuff with my friends online either. Yeah, Nicola, you're right. Unfortunately. Even charged on new renewables, it's a lot less environmental damaging than burning the fuel itself. True. I have the fact that last year 58% of energy generated in the UK was low carbon. I mean, that's good, but it depends, like, they're trying, but like, they already broke some of the promises already, which is funny, but what can you do? Like, obviously, it would be good to, like, start making cars be like, you know, like, running on renewable energy, because we're running out of fuel. Fuel is, like, quite limited. Like, oil is running out. Like, we are going through all the reserves slow but steadily that we have. I mean, Saudi Arabia is in a fucking panic because of it. That's why they have been like trying to get you there for holidays. Oh, and speaking another thing that got me, that was very interesting. Let's just say it mildly like that, where we just. For real this time, not just race. Yeah, well, yeah, automated stuff in factories. I'll be dead before we're out of fuel. Me don't care, not breathing. I mean, it's true, but hey man, like, there are other people who will live after us. We shouldn't be that selfish. Let's not destroy the planet. Let's not destroy the world that we have fun living in, you know? Let's leave other people have fun in this world after us. But yeah, like, God, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh, yeah. Speaking of another thing, skill issue. Yeah, they were born later. Seed without seed is a great thing. We need more climate change. If they choose to have children in a post-apocalyptic world, that is their choice. Oh my God, Fallout 5 will be real, and it will be us. Us shutting down our last coal plant was probably a fuck up financially. Oh yes, not only financially, energy wise as well, but it makes sense. So it kept running until we replaced the electricity was created. Yeah, exactly, that's the thing. Like, obviously we should not be using coal for energy, but if we don't have any like alternative, like maybe wait. Hars has 5 kids now, but no, Harsis has like 1. which is his cute dog. He will be having more as we go on. He's a Mancunian. He will be having loads. But the main thing, another thing that was very interesting, let's say, and it is a bit political, is that I was watching a lot of YouTube when I was in Greece, right? And if you've traveled abroad, you know that YouTube sends you advertisements depending, and it also uses your like place. So when I was in Greece, I was getting a lot of advertisements in Greek, for example. I was and stuff like that. Makes sense because I was in Greece at that point. And one thing that got me one thing that I found very interesting was like, here in the UK that I'm living, right? Every time I watch YouTube on my phone and I need to tolerate the advertisements, usually will be like stuff about toys and things like this. In Greece, the majority of my Greek ads, that I got on YouTube, was to help and donate funds for the people in Palestine that are suffering. And I found it extremely interesting that I haven't seen any of these ads in the UK. I wonder why. Like, full. Yeah. Let's keep us this conversation. No. Yeah. Why would let's talk about this thing? No. I'm not talking about this. Like, I'm not going to discuss about this because we've already discussed this on the stream before. Like, in the past. But I just found it very, very interesting. Very interesting. That once my ass fucking left the UK, I started getting advertisers. I was like, please help people like in Gaza. They're fucking dying. Very interesting. Oh yes, Ayo! Yeah, definitely. What can I say? But yeah, we're not like, again, we've talked about this subject before. I just found it very interesting. I was like, wow, I'm getting this very lot. I feel like donating to help the general public shouldn't be controversial. I agree with you, Luke. That's why I'm saying interesting. But yeah, that's kind of like the things outside of gaming that like kind of like took my interest or like had fun. Again, the rest of it was me kind of like playing a few games on my Steam Deck, and also I helped my mom. As I said, I did some chores. I cleaned the whole house. Like I was like, mom, before I leave, I'm cleaning your house. At the very least, I'm cleaning all the floors everywhere, outside, inside, and the house is like a 2-floor house with a basement. So I like it's not like it was, yeah, no, but yeah, like we had a lot, like, so my mom was like, no, Nick, don't do it, I want you to relax. I was like, mom, let me do it, like, let me help you a little bit before I go, so you don't need to worry about this. And yeah, I just like spent like half a day just like cleaning everything in my mom's place. So at the very least, she doesn't need to do it for a month on her own because she's old. How many wives did you come back with, Nick? Arranged marriage joke inserted here. Yeah, no, even my mom is like, my mom has given up on me getting has given up on me trying to get someone. She's like hopefully you find someone. And I'm like, mom, I'm already not having any free time for myself, like as much when I'm in like Scotland. Why the fuck would I try to have like a kid as well? Are you crazy? Like, as I said before, guys, the moment I came back, like I haven't been doing anything but chores. All like Sunday, all chores, unpacking, like I was doing like 3 hours of shopping in order to fill the fridge with food, cooking, laundry, like all that stuff. Today more cooking in order to have like stuff for the work. Like I even did my first like exercise session, because the only exercise thing I was doing in Greece was like running. I did 5K runs a lot, which was nice. But you know, and also I was doing 5K runs. They deliver groceries, you know. I know, but come on, it's like grocery shopping is one of the few chores that actually keep me active outside of the house. I'm not going to be a lazy bastard and be like, oh, can you drive my deliveries here? Absolutely. When I get old and decrepit and I'm stuck on the sofa, then I'll use it. And also I like being in a supermarket and like checking stuff myself. You could bench press longer if you're not shopping, Nick. You know, bench press, but I'm doing the cardio anyway, so why not? But yeah, I did a lot of 5K runs in Greece, especially like the second week, the New Year's week, was fantastic. Full sunny weather, fucking between 14 and 10 degrees Celsius every day. It was great. It was like the best running weather I could do. The only thing that that happens going away from a small city in Scotland that is surrounded by, you know, fields and forests, and going to Athens that is surrounded by pollution is that I was kind of like coughing quite a bit when I was there. And again, I don't smoke or anything like that, so you know, oops. Like I could feel like being, I've definitely been not accustomed to this kind of environment anymore because of how long I've been away from Athens. But yeah, so that was kind of like the stuff that I did. That was kind of like the stuff that we did, that I did during stuff. You were in Athens? Did you go visit the Aphrodite statue? She's hot. No. I didn't do any I don't need to do a lot of sightseeing in Athens. I lived there. I grew up there. I've done that already. But yeah, so the holidays when it comes to outside of stuff was really good, very satisfying. Mostly was, as I said, just going to see a couple of my friends, you know, for a drink or a coffee, or going to or spending time with my mom, or just chilling myself. Now, time to talk about the video games that I played. Now, I didn't play a lot when I was there, but I did manage to play a couple of things. So, as always, I was playing quite a bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! I was trying to learn the fucking illusion deck. I'm still a newbie, but it was fun. But that was, you know, kind of playing a little bit here and there to do the dailies. It wasn't anything too much. Then I finished and completed Shadow Generations. So I did you know, S-ranked all the bosses, all the hard mode bosses. Some of them were fucking hard as fuck. S-ranked all the stages, got all the collectibles. That was a fun time. Played a bit of KOF, played a bit of Balatro, played a bit of what else, Entropy Effect. Played a couple of roguelikes that I've played before because, you know, they're good time, they're a good way to pass your time and chilling in that kind of sense. But yeah, my notes on the video games that I played. First off, for Shadow Generations, especially now that I completed, did the hard mode as well with S-rank. Very good game. Only a couple of S-ranks were annoying as fuck. Most of them were quite fun to do. And the last two stages were hard. They actually took me quite a couple of tries to actually get them down pat in speed and stuff. The only boss fight that was do you guys remember the Metal Overlord boss fight in Shadow Generations, the one that we were surfing all the time? That on hard mode to S rank that fucking fight. Oh, let me get a little bit of gameplay up to actually tell you all how annoying it could be, because that fucking fight. Oh. Generations Metal Overlord. Like hard. There we go. Because here's the thing. With like, so with the boss fights, right? There is two things that they decided to do with hard mode for the boss fights. Either they made them so for the boss fights in Shadow Generations for the hard mode, they decided to go one of the two ways. So either they made them be a no hit fight, so the Mephiles fight and the BioLizard fight, they don't give you any rings. You need to do them without getting hit, which it was honestly fine. Like the Mephiles fight was a bit hard because it had like a bit of a skill check in the mid part of the fight, and it was easy to actually like miss, and if you missed it you were not getting the S rank, so I did a couple of resets there, but I managed to get it once I got it. And BioLizard was easy, like that wasn't fun, that wasn't like bad. Coffee Time, get it. But here's the thing, and then the other two fights, the Metal Overlord fight and the Neo Black Doom fight, those fights you get rings and everything, but you need to be optimal with how much damage you do so you can go to the next phases as soon as possible. So for the Metal Overlord fight that you will see here, like the first phase, oh, okay, welcome back, Selbach. Happy New Year. I hope 2025 is full of joy and happiness for you. Thank you for joining. How are you? So like the Proto Bahamut fight, kinda. So here's the thing. Did you watch any series? No, I didn't manage to because we didn't have internet connection. Our internet connection was Spotty Viking, so we couldn't stream series. That's the problem. Because of the roadworks that we're doing. Happy rotation of the sun, my friends. I'm exhausted. I feel you. Since I came back, I have been doing chores and everything. I haven't sat down. Like literally, today my stream time is my like most of my days. Even now, like my stream time is the relaxing time. I'm starting work tomorrow, so oh boy. Oh no, you don't worry, Viking. But yeah, so for this fight was the hardest boss fight to S rank, mostly because the Metal Overlord fight, this first phase here, I will have it running in the background. You need to be dead optimal with the damage you do in the first phase. If you miss a couple of these blocks, if you miss any of the ramps, if you miss any of the big damage that you can do on this first phase, you're not getting it. You're not getting an S rank. And I'm telling you now, guys, this fucking first phase, I think I did it over 20 times. You need to get the skip. Yeah, so you need to get him to half health before he starts doing like a move that he does. No, this Shadow Generations. Before he does like the tail swipe attacks. If you don't get that, you're like, you're not getting S rank. So I like this fight took me like an hour to S rank because I was just resetting the first fucking like fight over and over and over and over and over and over until I managed to find like an optimal route to do all the damage. So this one is like a YouTube video I found where you get the S rank. So you will see the optimal way to do it. But miss any of these ramps, you're not getting it. Miss a lot of these like boxes that you put on him, you're not getting it. You like this fucking first phase that will finish in just a bit is tight as hell. That took me like, this was the one of the two hardest like S ranks that I had to do for this game. And yeah, I don't know what to say. They made it very fucking tight to get everything here. Fun fact, you can chaos control here to bounce these missiles as well, which is really nice. But yeah, so as you see here, this guy will hit this, and do you see that he went to half health. If you don't get him half health at this point, you need to reset. And oh boy, let me tell you, I reset a lot. So this fight gave me a problem. And then there was like one more thing that annoyed the fuck out of me. Let me find it for you. There was like one of the hard challenge modes where there was one that required you to do like precise fucking platforming. And no matter how good the movement for Shadow is for this game, Sonic 3D movement is not meant for precise movement. Yes! Yes, Timmy, what do we get? Oh, it's a fastball. Oh my god, Timmy, come on, man. You can find a clip without the TikTok ad at the end. Fucking... It's 2025, man. Are we still paying China for this? Like, come on. Get better. Where do we find it? Talent hard spinning. I think it is. How is it? Yeah, this fucking thing. Oh my god.
Hello, Hedgehog.
Oh god, no, don't talk, thank you. Like, this fucking one. It's very small, like, I'm going to show it to you now. It's very short, yet this fucking short thing took me so long to beat as well. These are the two ones that I had the most difficulty with. Which is this. Because this is, so, everything is spikes, everything, and you have 0 rings, and there is only a couple of rings that you can get. And let me tell you, fuck this challenge. This thing took me so long because this thing requires you to do precise platforming on a Sonic game, and this is a very good game and the movement is really good as well, but Sonic games, especially the newer ones, are not meant for precise platforming, and it took me so long to figure everything out because any of these spikes, and by the way, these spikes, if you touch them from the side, they still hit you. They just throw you off and you die. And then they have, yeah, this segment as well. God, this was like, again, a pain in the ass. Wait to see the end. The end is a troll end as well. So you need to dodge all this, all that. You do a dub. Look at the spikes here where the ring is. So not only you're on a timer, because you need to get like, you know, to get it on S rank, you need to be fast. But here, they have you needing to wait for the precise moment. So you need to trial and error this part at least 3 times before you find the good timing to get that ring. So you need to wait. Yeah, it's just... Hey, this, together with the previous Metal Overload fight that I showed you guys, by far the worst I've had to like deal with when I was doing like the challenge, the S rank challenges, by far. So, but still, mind you, that's it. Everything else was really fun. Like, even the hard stages, the Radical Highway stages, the last 2. Why can't you just speedrun, jump over everything, Nick? Well, you know, I wasn't using glitches, Matthias. I was trying to, you know, play it like normal. Although I accidentally did one hyper jump glitch by accident once, which was really funny. Because once I was like on a platform going up, and I jumped as the platform was about to stop, and Shadow just fucking yeeted into the stratosphere. I was like, oops. Just like, oh, there he goes. How was the levels redoing with the Doom Wings? Not much different, Matthias. There were a couple of segments in the open area levels that you could just like zoom through with the Doom Wings. And when you're on the Doom Wings, you are like supersonic, right? You don't get hit by enemies, so that's good as well. But you can definitely tell that the stages were not designed with the Doom Wings in mind. So there were moments that you were just playing it as normal, because where either you like, even you use the Doom Wings, it would be better to not use them, because like the speed of flight with the Doom Wings is slower than you dashing on the ground. So that's one of the things. The open area was really fun to be on Doom Wings, Matthias, because I was flying over everything and trying to search like for the rest of the chest and stuff. There was fine, but except for the final stages, except for like the Radical Highway stages, and a couple of the, as I said, the open stages, like Act 1 especially, where the stages were open there, Doom Weeks would work because you could skip some platforming challenges fine. Like, other than that though, not a lot. Sometimes it was actually more beneficial for you to play the stage, to play major segments of the stages properly, because you would go faster because of it. Because again, you're faster dashing on the ground than flying in the air on your speed. So it is there. It definitely fun. Don't get me wrong. I definitely had fun, but I was finding myself kind of like using the strategies that I had already learned by doing the stages without the Doom Wings proper like before. So I was using that. And the 2D stages especially, very few times I use the Doom Wings to skip stuff myself. But again, that's myself. Probably people better than me have found stuff. The DLC was fine. Like, nice. Sad, like they made Shadow look like the film. And he looked a bit weird in a couple of shots, but he looked fine for the most part. Like, the Keanu Reeves was phoning it in, but that was fine. Like, he wasn't talking a lot in the DLC anyway. But the stage was nice. Like, the actual DLC stage for the cinematic stuff was actually a fun stage with its own unique mechanics as well. So I did enjoy actually playing through it. That was like the stage that I did in the fucking plane. I was coming back from Greece. Yeah, Keanu voices Shadow in the DLC, yes. So, it was nice. Again, a good stage. And the 2 challenges that they had as well were also fun and unique. They were quite new. The collect all the rings and meet the goal had like some unique mechanics with the switches and stuff. And the other one was like popping balloons, which is like a fucking Sonic Generations thing. That didn't exist in any other challenges in Sonic Generations. So, you know, they actually tried. They were fun. Like, for a DLC, it was fun. Still a bit of a price, but it was fun. Jim Carrey also, or just Keanu, like, it was the main villain was a helicopter. You know, the basic video game. Well, we're doing something cheap. What should we have as a villain? Put a helicopter in there. That always works. Metal Gear Solid 1, 50 Cent, Blood Diamond, like Sonic, so many games that goes like generic villain, helicopter. Here we go. Cool cutscenes though. Ah yes, the best DMC2 boss. Yeah, exactly. Every time, generic villain. We need something generic for a boss fight. Get a helicopter. That's something that you will see in a lot of video games. It wouldn't be surprising if like the next FromSoft game will have a helicopter as a boss at some point. A helicopter dragon. Just like fucking modding. They probably have modded in one already. So, Armored Core 6, yeah, I haven't played it, I don't know, I need to play it at some point, but maybe. So yeah, that was, so yeah, fun, very fun game. Even the majority of the S ranking, like the stages and the hard stages and stuff like that, was fun. Like Shadow Generations definitely is one of the best 3D Sonic games I've played. They've done a very good job. Even on the completion stuff. So, well done. Like, the only other thing that I would suggest is like, for collectibles, add kind of like a sonar radar for the collectibles in the open world area, because there were a couple of chests that, like, the problem with Shadow Generations is that it has a draw distance, so you cannot see everything from like flying. For example, so you might be like, okay, I need to find a couple more chests, and you want to look from far away, you won't see them because draw distance, they pop in. And that was the other kind of nitpick, so add like a sonar thing, just so you have like an other like indicator of like, hey, you going in. Fucking Josh Brolin has shared something that seems like he's teasing Darkseid. Darkseid! Ooh! That would be very funny. Hey, Josh Brolin can do a good villain. He did a very good Thanos, so why not? But yeah, so that was like So yeah, played this, and then, all right. Oh, Jason Momoa doing Lobo. Man, I hope he does a good job. Lobo is a very fun character. I love Lobo. Fucking post-apocalyptic, like Eldritchian god biker. Yeah, like Lobo is a great character, and something that fits our kind of humor as well. But the thing that I wanted to say is that I played and beat a very, very good game. So I played 9 Souls. So 9 Souls, let me find a video for it as well. To just have in the background, like the release trailer. There we go. I'll have it in a bit. But yeah, so I played and beat 9 Souls. Like it took me about 20 hours overall. And boys, one of the best games I've ever played in my entire life. I shit you not. Like I will like. It's a bit of a shame that I didn't play it on Steam on stream. This is a game that I would love to play on stream. A phenomenal game. Let me show like the trailer for it as well, so you guys know what I'm talking about as well. Oh, very, 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 very good game. Like this is a game that I recommend everyone to play, but with a caveat, it's quite hard. It has a story mode difficulty, so like absolutely anybody can beat it if you play it on like story mode. But I would recommend you to play it on like standard mode, which is the standard difficulty, because man, Timmy, one of the best games I've ever played. Like, mind you, again, be careful. It's a game that is based on deflects on its fighting style. Like, it has dodges, but the game wants you to deflect. It's like Sekiro, essentially. Look, I shit you not. An amazing game. Because this was a game that like what happened with me with this game was that this game was recommended to me from a friend who made it. It's a Chinese company called Red Candle. I think this was like a Kickstarter game or something similar like that. And so it's a small group. It's a small Chinese group, I think, that made this game. Blew it out of the water. Too much skill needed for Luke. Too much skill needed for you as well. If I remember correctly, you had problems with the parry system in Sekiro, Timmy. So, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong. But jokes aside, Mats, like, shit you not. Guys, please play this game. Like this game, so what happened was I was recommended this game by a friend of mine, like one of my friends that I play Mahjong with, because he knows I like Sekiro, he knows I love like the Sekiro combat, and he was like, Nick, play 9 Souls. It's a Metroidvania with a Sekiro-like combat. You will love it. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll give it a try. So during the winter sale, I bought it just before I left for Greece, and I downloaded it on my Steam Deck, and I was like, yeah, I can play this. Is a Metroidvania game. The only warning bells that I was having ringing was that this game was a bit notorious because this is one of the games that have like one of the lowest like completion like rates on Steam, apparently on the Steam achievements. Like if I check, let me check the Steam achievements about like beating the game. How the fuck do you check them? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it has like a 24.7% of the player base has finished this game. I'm not showing it on Steam on the stream because I don't want to spoil the achievements for you guys. But yeah, like I'm looking at the achievement of like defeating the last boss, and it's like 24.7% of the people have actually beat this game. So I was like, oh, Sorry, China. Sorry. My mistake. It's been a while. You just bought Balatro. Timmy, sayonara, goodbye. It was nice knowing you. Please send a message to your work as well. We're not going to see you for the next like 2 months. Good luck. I played quite a bit of Balatro on Steam Deck as well, though. You could be that. No, I am, Sid. I beat this game on the standard difficulty. This game doesn't have a hard difficulty. It has story mode difficulty, which is easy, and then standard. And I beat it. And I did the true ending as well, which makes the final boss even harder. The true ending of this game gives the boss an additional third phase, which was a very good phase as well. But I shit you not. How long did it take me? It took me 23 hours, Viking. And I did almost everything. Like, I explored the whole map. I got all the collectibles. I did most of the side quests. Like, I'm gonna start it soon. Will be interesting to see all the buzz around it. Like, Timmy, it will take you a couple of games before it clicks. But once you get that first good run, you're set for life. So you could do it in a day then? Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Although I do recommend doing, as I said, the full, because here's the thing. I came into this game, my friend was like, hey, this is like a game with a Sekiro combat and it's a Metroidvania, really good art style. I'm pretty sure you will love it. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll play it. So I was playing it. I was expecting good combat, and I got it. This game has phenomenal combat and some of the best bosses I've ever fought. The bosses, learning you die a lot because the Sekiro combat is all about like reflexive reaction, and pattern recognition. So you fight bosses a lot until you find the correct answers for the deflecting and dodging and timing for the moves that they throw you, and then trying to like react those answers depending on what moves they give you. That's kind of like how the combat works and why I like it. But what I wasn't expecting, so I found some of the best boss fights I've ever had in this game. Some of the boss fights in this game are ridiculously fun to execute properly. Like the last boss fight took me like an hour. Actually, like 45 minutes or something, and I died multiple times. It didn't matter. I loved it. I loved like going in and finding all the answers and stuff. It's phenomenal. What I wasn't expecting though was a game with amazing characters and an amazing story. This is a fantastic story. I'm not gonna say anything because this is a very good game to go in fucking blind, like, because there is a lot of twists and turns that happen even at the very start. But dear Lord, excellent story with some really good themes about science, religion, Taoism especially, and about like, well, even though like, you know, the main character and most of the characters are furries essentially, about like, you know, what means to be a person and like the mistakes we do along the way and stuff like that. It's phenomenal. Like, honestly speaking, if you just praise yourselves for a game that will test you when it comes to like to difficulty and combat, like, please play this game. This is a phenomenal video game. It is hard, but it's worth it. 100%. I wasn't expecting like such a phenomenal video game from it, but yeah, let's just say I was pleasantly surprised to say that the last game I beat on 2024 managed to make it into my top 10, into my top 3 of the year. It's that good. So my recommendation for all of you, and I know like Viking especially, because I know you've played like games like that as well. We played like Wulong as well, and that's a party based game. I'm pretty sure you will like 100% enjoy it, and Timmy as well. If you ever find like, whenever it like, even on full price, it's worth it. But if you're waiting for a discount, when it goes on a discount in the next sale, please pick it up and try it. It's really, really good. But yeah, so that was kind of like the games that I played. As I said before, I didn't play too many games because I wasn't there for too long, and I was helping my mom with a lot of chores and playing card games with her as well, and also like visiting friends and going out. So it wasn't like I had a full day. But again, I did spend I did spend an extra 10 hours on Shadow Generations. Not 10 hours, but like 8 hours, and then I spent like 23 hours on this. So I did do some gaming. Your Steam wishlist consists of Monhan Wilds. Oh, Jude, first of all, Happy New Year, friendo. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you're having fun. But second of all, I know the feeling, although for me, Monster Hunter Wilds is not in my wishlist. It's in my library. I've already pre-ordered it, obviously, because I'm an addict when it comes to Monster Hunter. Like, it's here. It's waiting. Oh, oh, God, the stream is going to become a Monster Hunter stream for the next fucking month when that game arrives. Ooh, I cannot wait. I'm so excited for like Monster Hunter Wilds. But yeah, so that was kind of like the... You're gonna suffer in CPU temperature. What's your PC today? I know that my PC is like only a month is optimistic. Oh no, I meant for the stream. I'll be playing that game. Like I'll be having like definitely bi-weekly Huntathon streams after that. But there are other games that I want to play as well. Potato. Yeah, okay. Sorry. That's the CPU. Is a spinning potato in hard drive. I'll tell your old window cleaner. We no longer need him. Got someone else. He did a shit job. Oh God, that can be a pay. Like I can understand Harster when you need to be like, sorry, my friend, we don't need you anymore. Awkward. Yeah. I can imagine. Also, don't know why, but in Christmas time, I really got into 40k. Like in the lore or in the video game perspective, because the lore is fun. I have so many, like I have like a couple of podcast series that I like listening to about 40k. Nick, my DLC might come out like within 2 days of Monster Hunter Wilds. If that's the case, Matthias, I'm sorry, I don't care about you. If she's that close to Monster Hunter Wilds, not fucking caring. If they release mine on Street Fighter 6 like a week before, fine. Like I won't mind because I can at the very least give her a try. And honestly I would like to, because unlike Terry, I've played mine multiple KOF games. I actually understand how she plays. Terry is like a guy that I just like, just go like, it's the sword, it's like, it's a poster boy of SNK. Rising Taku. Are you okay? The basic stuff. Bai, on the other hand, mine is one of my main members of my team in like KOF 13. I have some experience with her. So I would have more like constructive like things to say in her addition in Street Fighter 6. Wouldn't open, side gate multiple times, so back window never got clean. You opened it for him once and he barely did a good job. Oh my God, somebody was complacent. But if my is dressed in Monster Hunter armor, hey, that's a different thing. My only experience with Warhammer stuff is the Backlog's newest video. Oh yeah, no, I'm a big fan of Warhammer 40k lore myself. Look, although I'm not a guy who paints figurines or anything like that, because, well, I'm not like it's very time consuming and not that arts, and I'm not that much into that kind of artsy stuff myself. But I have played it. I have like friends who are into it, so many times they've borrowed one of their armies for me, and I've played it, and I like the actual game, like of Warhammer 40k. Is like a more bigger squad based XCOM essentially, including all the die rolls. Oh boy, if you like rolling dice, play Warhammer 40k. You will love it. So many dice. But yeah, you really want the Mortarion figure? Yeah, that's if I had the skill to paint well on Warhammer, Mortarion would be my figure as well. Mortarion would be the one that I would spend like months trying to paint him perfectly. Every person has one big figurine that spent ages painting because they want to get it just right. Every one of my friends who paints has one of those like figurines. Oh yeah, the Gundam figurines. Yeah, what the fuck was that, Zeno? Because you say it's D&D, like it's either Gundam D&D or Gundam Warhammer. I mean, D&D, if it was D&D, it wouldn't make sense to advertise the figurines, because D&D is like, book, it's pen and paper. Warhammer, on the other hand, would make sense. Like, D&D has figurines, yes, but the figurines are just like, you know, for like moving stuff on dungeons, but you don't need them to play them. Those are just like cosmetic. But 40k has already Gundam. Yes, exactly, the Tau. But they don't do melee combat. And what the fuck out of a fantasy Gundam series with dragons? Yeah, that sounds good. Well, isn't that Attack on Titan technically? Kinda. Let's be honest. Tau especially, yeah, to be frank. I play D&D with figures. Lord of the Rings ones, lol. Yeah, no, I mean, that's what I'm saying, like, Hearts. But they're not necessary to play D&D. That's what I mean. Like, when I play D&D with my friends, we just, like, have, like, a gridded map, and each one of us would be, like, you know, like a coin or something like this. Gandalf got bumped by a warlord. Oh boy. Jesus Christ, that warlord must have hit a very good crit. Don't fucking start me on that, Nick. Sorry. Okay, no worries. Don't worry about it. But yeah, like, so that's kind of like what I did for the biggest part of my holiday. Like, that was like the stuff. How I spent my holiday was mostly like playing stuff on my Steam Deck, and then playing. Sorry, turn on. Yeah, exactly. Nah, then it got a 0. Oh no! Yeah, critical fail. You need to accept them. Knowing the lore things that you do in Boltgun are even cooler. That you see, I haven't played Boltgun yet, but I'm pretty sure I would love it if I did. But yeah, that was kind of like what I did during my holiday. Just like spend time with family, help my mom with some chores and stuff, spend time with friends, and just chill. Man, I was like enjoying good food. Make sure that I was pacing myself with the food though, because I didn't want to gain a lot of weight. I only gained 2 kilos. Good job, me. Usually I come back like way thicker than that. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that thing, Zeno. That sounds cool. Play it, I know. How long is it? Because I know that it had the DLC as well. It's kinda connected to the Space Marine game. Interesting. Must be like... It must be wacky though, because it's a boomer shooter, if I remember correctly. But yeah, like, I shit you not, like, now that I'm back, I need to get back into schedule. And I know that it will take me a couple of like days before I get used to being back to work and like cleaning and stuff. I mean, and the problem is like we're going back hard because the university is opening next week for students, which means that they're having like a lot of like welcome back events that we'll need to like organize and clean and everything. So it's gonna be a hard week next week. Probably tomorrow, like today as well, but we'll see. Like, myself goal is that's 18 stone, 10 pounds. Very heavy boy. I don't look that big. That's good. I mean, it's because you're tall. I meant to run 10k in May. Telling every single ligament has fucked me. That's, man. Even if you don't run that 10k in May, if you just pace yourself to find that goal, even if it is later, that's fine. Like, remember, exercise is good for you, and obviously it's good for everybody to do exercise in order to keep your body healthy and like gain a lot more endurance for yourself to do stuff that you want to do in the fucking how busy our lives is with a full-time job and everything. But don't let your ego, don't let your pride damage you. Like, I have a lot of people who like try to get back into like training, and they go like, oh, I used to do this like this weight, so I'll immediately start from there. I was like, don't do that, you will harm yourself. So many people like that I see that do that. BRB going to jog for a jog with the flu. I said, don't let your pride don't let your pride. I have other people who are like, oh, I'm just having a flu, I'll be able to exercise. Sit down and rest so you can exercise properly later, for fuck's sakes. Like, don't. Every time I see people do that kind of stuff, like, I'm infuriated. It's like, remember, like, good exercise, like, for proper health, you require both exercise and good rest. don't fuck it up. Like, don't be too like fast. Kickboxing too fat, to 7K too fat, and fucked uncle too extra fat. It's fat, man. You've done this like dance before. I know you like. I know that you know that you can do it. It's a pain in the ass. I know. I've been there as well. But you can do it. You can barely walk right now. Never mind jog. Yeah, follow age. 6 years, 6 months. Oh my goodness, where is the other 6? Press that 3 months later, Sid, so we have the 69 on the chat. So you hit your optimal number. It's been 6 years and your hairline is still holding up. Good job, thank you. I mean, still holding up. There is a bit of like receding hairline here on the back, but not too much. Like even my mom is like a dermatologist, so she always checks me, like checks my skin and everything just to see that I'm healthy. And she was like, yeah, you're doing fine. Like I don't have anything to say. Oh, I mean, Harsh, don't forget, you've changed a couple of names and stuff, so the followage is a bit off for your channel, for your like account. Command delay. Like the other thing is like I do health, like I do some skincare. Like I do have like a face cream that I put on like after a shower, and I do have like a hair lotion spray that I use as well. 7 years is crazy. We've been going for a while, and we're not stopping, boys. This year is gonna be fun for the stream because we're like again with Monster Hunter Wilds coming in just like 2 months. Monster Hunter Wilds comes at the end of February, and then like also Fatal Fury, City of Wolves coming out at the end of April. We're having like 2 big like multiplayer based games that we can play for a long time. Da boys, can't wait for Bravely. Happy New Year, friendo. I hope 2025 brings us together for some glorious hunting. Only 2 more weeks, only less than 2 months, Bravely. We're almost there. We're almost there, boy. We'll be back together again. You carrying my fat ass through the game. You got VG5 this month. Do you mean Virtual Fighter 5 this month? When is actually the next version of Virtual Fighter 5? I have that pre-order as well. Virtual 5 Revo? Oh yeah, at the end of this month. It will definitely like if I'm done with like Metafori Fantasio before then, I'll definitely like gonna like give it a try. I'm so bad at Virtual Fighter because it's one of the fighting games that I've played the least in my life, but it will be funny. Oh yeah, don't worry about that. No. What are you doing? It's because viewers is in the word Harster, and Kami has done a thing to like have this chat message like this. Like no, I know. It's just because again we have so many chatbots coming in and trying to like put the like sell viewers essentially. So Kami has like taken some. Is it the app? No. It's the auto mod. It's the auto mod. That is like no. It's the auto mod that is doing it first. So it's fine. I cannot just fix that fucking post. That's all. No, it's not the scrub. It's the viewers word. So what has been happening for the past like year almost is like we get a lot of bots in the chat that tries to sell fucking like that tries to sell like viewers. So we've kind of like banned a couple of like words that are similar to viewers, and just like Happy New Year, obviously, yeah. But you need to practice your wall combos. Oh god, it's like Tekken 8 all over again. But yeah, like, so that's kind of like, I'm very, very excited to start streaming again. Like, obviously, for this month, I'm gonna focus on Metafori Fantasio to finish having viewers in the blocked terms list has stopped about 120 bot messages so far. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Kami, as well, for your hard work. But yeah, like, so we have a lot of games that I want to play. Obviously, as we're talking about, we have like Monster Hunter. Speaking of, Monster Hunter Wilds had a trailer like recently with some magma, with some like lava stuff that I've only seen once, and I would like to see it again. So let me find it so we can see it together. Yeah, there we go. One moment, let me put it on here as well. Oh, God, I can't wait. And now that I run the beta on my PC and I know that the PC runs it properly, oh! I love that they play with the cats.
Just look at that firebrand go.
Firebrand. And this is the lava map. We always need to have a volcano map. I'm very intrigued with the Outlanders Bravely. It's gonna be it's been a cool idea to see how they will put the plot with. I love that the swamp looks like fucking sewage for some reason. And here's more monsters. Look at this slimy boy. Look at this fucked up thing. The demented mosquito that blows. Up, another big boy. Look at this like bipedal fucking gorilla, man. Look, it's like Volcano Razang. Wow, these Dauntless updates look great. Oh god, I don't even know what's happening to Dauntless now. People who view. That sounds like a very like medieval fantasy term for viewers, dude. I like it. People who view. The petrol monster, yeah. You know that Americans will love this game with so much oil. I love the fact that you have these mechanical kind of traps as well that you can proc. No, we never wanted this to go this bad. Oh no, no, once the magma starts flowing, the oil must flow. It's due all over again. Oh, look at this Nakarkos boy! God, I can't wait. Oh. Viewies, yeah. Nick, you've been really enjoying the Overworld. Good! I'm the longest serving viewee? Yeah, yeah, probably. Made the large chunk of the player base quit. Oh, that's not nice for the Dauntless. That sucks. That sucks. Is that... Okay, so that's not Nakarkos, but it has so many aspects of Nakarkos. Nakarkos, by the way, for those who don't know, was one of the boss monsters from Monster Hunter Generations. And it was like a tentacle monster that had like tar on it that would use to get like bones on it for an armor. And he had like glowing parts like this. So this is not Nakarkos, this is a new monster. But it looks... It shares so many traits. Still, oh my goodness, not enough. They have the cutest fucking shark. I know, right? Wait. This looks like a mutated octopus. Yeah, exactly. Well, Nakarkos was a cuttlefish, essentially. Yeah, nothing else. Everything else is about like advertising the game. So yeah, I cannot wait. Obviously, we've said that before many a times. When this comes out, oh boy, get ready. Is this crossplay? Yes, yes, Harst. Finally it is. Finally, Monster Hunter has crossplay. It's crossplay. It's coming on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC at the same day. So PC, so I can just buy it on PC once and be fine. Like it has crossplay, will be fine. Like the world is finally like on balance. It's ready. I can be happy. I can play with every single one of you without worrying about which fucking console we're playing it on. I cannot be happier. I'm like, oh, I cannot wait, man. I want to play that game so much, and I want to do some silly stuff on stream and stuff so much with this. Like, as long as the fight is more interesting than that Cthulhu-looking motherfucker was. Yeah. Not on Switch, obviously not on Switch. Can you imagine if the Switch trying to run this, it's just gonna explode. It was like the same thing with the fucking, where was it? One moment. I need to find the investor talk that they had for Monster Hunter Wilds, which was really, really funny. Investor talk. Capcom Monster Hunter Wilds. Yeah. Oh boy, there it is. Reject all. I don't care about your cookies. Was like out of touch, corporate populace, like, yeah, like list of questions. So there were at some point, I was like, this article was in 25th of July 2024. So, you know, they had like an investor meeting in Capcom, because every big company has that, like that, for investors to ask questions about, like, you know, the like the different things. Oh, they don't say, yeah, like here it is. Oh, this is hilarious. So let me zoom it in as well. Oh, sorry, here. Yeah, like they asked them, and it was like, the company was asked, why does it simply move the release date of Monster Hunter Wilds up from the 2025 window to December 2024, which could allow Capcom to, and quotes by the investor here, capture more profit from the holiday season. If you want to know why sometimes your games come out broken, like stonks, exactly. Blame the investors, boys. And then with what we imagine was infinite patience, the firm Capcom, the representative of Capcom that was talking there, was like, explained that the release would be revealed once preparations are complete. Yeah, exactly. Look, literally, this was the most polite way to say the thing that you just said, because the game isn't finished, you daft fuck. Yeah, exactly. Like, the guy just needed to be there being like, guys, the game won't be ready then. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, another stated that Capcom has announced Monster Hunter Wilds for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. But here's the quote again from an investor, but not from portable platforms like Nintendo Switch. Will this game be limited to these non-portable consoles? And then again, we like to think that they responded, let out a long-suffering sighing before replying. And I quote, this is from the Capcom representative. One concept we've incorporated into this title is aiming to portray the maximum of the world of Monster Hunter by utilizing the latest technology to its limits. To that end, the platforms capable of realizing that concept are currently the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S, and PC, aka the Switch cannot run it, you fucking idiot. That's why we haven't put it on. Just great stuff all around. My goodness, like, fucking morons. The Switch still might, but that hasn't been announced yet. Oh, but, like, honestly, I'm pretty sure my Steam Deck will be able to run it. Not on maximum graphics or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure it will be able to run it. So, hey, there is a portable console for you. It has not hasn't sold as much as the Switch, but it doesn't matter. It's just so fucking funny, man. Like, seeing this investor talk stuff is hilarious. Just absolutely hilarious. The investors, more money though, the CEO, but fuck you though. Yeah, like, exactly. Capcom is like, guys, we're gonna release like the game when it's ready. just like not like obviously like Capcom is like we're gonna make money out of these games. Don't forget, Monster Hunter Worlds and Iceborne is still selling. That game passed like the 40 million mark like 2 years ago. That is a game that has been out for almost a decade. Not a decade, like what, 7 years, like 6 years, I think, and it still keeps selling. Like for Capcom, is like, yeah, okay, we might like we'll miss the fucking like selling boom of the holiday season, but the game will overall like sell as the years go along. So fuck you, It's just like was 2027. Actually, let me get really old and see when Monster Hunter Worlds was. 2018. So 7 years. So I was right. 7 years ago. Yeah. I really doubt they'll release something less powerful than the Steam Deck. No, I'm not expecting them to release. I think the new Switch when it's announced, it's probably going to be either similar power level as the Steam Deck or a bit more powerful than the Steam Deck. Time flies, man. Yeah, time flies when you have fun. And we've been having a lot of fun. So obviously time flies. 2018 was a great year for games. Every year is a great year for games as of now, especially with how many like good indie / mid like size games coming out. All the leaks saying is between PS4 Pro and PS5. That's good. Well, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be as good as PS5. PS4 Pro though, if it hits that's really, really good. We have the entire motherboard leak. The motherboard is fine. The thing is, the important part is the CPU and the graphics card for this kind of stuff. And the other thing, Matthias, is that those usually are like made completely differently. They're not based on the technology that we have for main PCs because they're on portable technology. So they're definitely a bit different. So it's not as easy to compare just from leaks. But we'll see. Because a lot of the times it's like, oh yeah, it's like the chipset is like AMD or Nvidia of this, which was used for like, phones and laptops and stuff. So you cannot easily compare it, and they do change it quite a lot in order to meet the requirements that Nintendo would give them, for example. So it's a bit difficult to compare when it comes to this. It's not as easy to compare as like comparing it to different like PC parts on the go. 2024 it was good for everything, like honestly. I remember they used to have custom Nvidia for the Switch. Yeah, exactly, and I think it will be the same with the Switch 2 as well. I think they will be using, like when we say custom Nvidia, they use an Nvidia cheap graphics card that was like based on mobile phone technology that they had, but they heavily upgraded it because it was meant for a console. So that's why it was like this. And yeah, we have that. Then we have fucking like Monster Hunter Wilds. Then another game that I want to play like is the Kazan, the first Berserker, which looked fun as fuck. Which looks like a very, very, very fun game. I need to see. I remember I showed like some gameplay as well. At some point, but I need to find where was it? Oh, because they had some YouTubers, they gave them like an early access demo essentially an early access demo for some people, and it looks dope. It looks like the kind of combat that I enjoy myself. So the problem is that this game is coming like literally a month after Monster Hunter Wilds. So I don't know if I'm like completely done with everything that I want to do in Monster Hunter Wilds. So I might play Kazan the first Berserker a bit later, not on its release date, but I'll definitely stream this game. This is one of the games that I really, really want. Like that looks very interesting. Like to play. Like with the combat, like again, the combat is the main reason. The combat looks exactly stuff that I enjoy. And, and the violence. Look at that. It's Ice Razang. but you're streaming the DOF gacha. No, I'm not streaming the DOF gacha. That's why I'm fine with that game. This game is going to be like a one and done thing. I'll buy it once and that's it. Yeah, but yeah, it's like you have parries with like posture and stamina. You know, it's kind of like, again, Dark Soulsy in a lot of ways, but with a bit more interesting, like with more defensive options essentially, which I enjoy. And also the parries and stuff that you do, they also like feel like another bar, deplete another bar for the boss as well, and then you can do like some really good like moments. And you have, as you saw there, like if you, another thing that I really like, if you see here, this, like the guy here blocked this attack, and he knew, like, because this is like a no damage run for the bosses that they had on the demo, he knew that this move has a long recovery time. So instead of doing like basic attacks, he did like he positioned himself and he did like a charge attack here. So it will have like a lot of really fun, like, again, very diverse combat with different answers that you can find as well. So it would be really, really fun to explore. Anyone get ads for the new Donkey Kong game? What? Not me. I'm not sure what games I'm super excited in 2025, but I'm just waiting for the Switch 2 reveal and game lineup. Yeah, January 16. Not me. I don't even know what it is. What is it? I didn't even know. An HD remake of the Wii game. What is it? Another remake of another like remaster of Donkey Kong Country Return. Yes. But yeah. Yeah, phase transition was like, yeah, I can charge this as well. Oh, look, it's Razan. It has like the boulder throw that the Razan has. And as you see, he had the dodge there. That was a sidestep that he did there. Why did he do that? Yeah, and as you can see, if you do like a full combo when the bar is down, you can do another big attack as well. And one more. Nice. Yeah, he demolished him. Okay, let's keep the cutscenes. And let's go for the next one. So they hate DK, why no new game? So the last two DK games, the good ones, which was Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which were excellent 2D platformer seed, were made by Retro Studios. And Retro Studios now is the company that is making the Metroid Prime 4. So they're quite busy making like that game in order to for that. But I do if you've never played Donkey Kong Country Returns and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, please, for the love of God, do play them. They're both excellent 2D platformers. Some of the best of this generation. Any real reason whether you... that's the thing. So Nintendo can make their own games anymore? I mean, I'm pretty, like, to be honest with you, Sid, I'm pretty sure they're just working on games that will sell their new console. So when like the new Nintendo console comes out, you know that they're going to advertise at the very least a new Mario, a 3D Mario game, a new 2D Mario game. Metroid Prime 4 will be advertised for it as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if they if they introduce a new Mario Kart game and maybe a new Smash game. They always do that. They will go ham on the console sellers. Donkey Kong is new Star Fox. I don't think so. I think with how bad of a flop Star Fox Zero was, I don't think they're going back there on that well. Next week, Saturday or Sunday, Sandalphon is gonna get his Grand Blue Versus. Ooh, that would be good. I wonder. Because that will be season 2. I wonder what kind of changes they will bring to the whole fighting game as well. From Grand Blue Versus. That would be fun. Though, Sandalphon was fun to play in Relink, so... The question is who? Who? I mean, the basic game design of Star Fox Zero was like Shigeru Miyamoto. He was the guy that brought the aspect of the two different gameplay screen thing. Alright, the guy's about to fight his inner demon. I don't know the story completely, but I know that he's like cursed by a phantom, and that's why he's a berserker. So here is like he will find the phantom, which is his curse, in order to get him in, to make him like, you know, work with me. Don't worry. Oh. Yeah, but Platinum, by the way, for that though, Platinum was hired to do the like grunt work for Star Fox Zero. Like it wasn't them that designed the game. They did mostly, you know, kind of like the programming and like developing the stages of like how they were designed by Nintendo. They were more grunt work than actual like doing a lot of the creative design behind it. Oh yeah, Metroid will definitely be... Metroid 4 will definitely... ZA, wait. Ah, do you mean for Pokemon? Yeah, probably, look. They wouldn't want to miss the money. Like, that Nintendo does that a lot with when a new game is... Like, a new console is released. They always release some of the big bangers for the previous console as well. Same thing with Legend of Zelda. Legend of Zelda always had that. Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess was like in both the Nintendo GameCube and the Wii. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild was both on the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch. So they always do that. It wouldn't be surprising if like Pokemon ZA would be in the same position. Is he supposed to be the same character in DNF2? I think so. I'm not really sure. I'm so sorry. I don't have a lot of experience when it comes to DNF, but I know that they know how to design good like action combat, since they have experience with that kind of stuff. And seeing them design like a single player Dark Souls like game like this has me excited. This is a cool mechanic though. I like the idea that you deplete the posture bar of the boss, but then you need to do a bit more combo damage in order to open them up for a like a critical attack, which is nice. Yeah, Metroid Prime 4 will be for both, Matthias, because they've already announced that Metroid Prime 4 will be on the Switch, and Nintendo does not like going back on their word that much. I think they thought that Metroid Prime 4 will be on the Switch way before now, and it has been delayed for so long because of the internal struggles that game has behind the curtains. So now they will just do it for both. Also, this game like looks nice in action. Like everything looks nice and smooth, which is important when you have to like recognize patterns from bosses and stuff. And also you can see that you have like different weapons to play around as well. Like this weapon looks sick as fuck. Stab him. Oh! Kizangi. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what he did to be a hero there. Is the boss bug? No, I don't think so. But again, this is like alpha. This is like pre-alpha. So this was, as I said, this was a demo that they sent to a few YouTubers that play like action games like that. So in order for them to try out, and they said them, yeah, post the gameplay online as well. So the only problem was like this was not advertised. This like gameplay footage that you see here, not a lot of people knew for it, because when they revealed the Kazan trailer on the Video Game Awards in December, a lot of people were like, "Oh, that's a nice trailer, but where is the gameplay?" And all my friends were like, "Oh, that looks like it's a nice trailer, but where the fuck is the gameplay?" And I was like, "The gameplay has already been out for a few months." And it was like, "When? We don't know." Like. We don't know this. They never advertised this, unfortunately, which is a shame, because I think like this does a very good job at like showcasing how the game will work, and if you will like enjoy like playing the game and stuff. And another thing that I love with this game is like this game like rewards you for being aggressive, because there is like this part down here, which this is the point that you spend in order to do like many powerful attacks. So, and you only get them if you do like proper parries and proper deflects and attacks. So the game like rewards you with more damage by being aggressive. Yeah, as you can see, like that overhead attack, he needs to use one of these like points to do so. So yeah, I'm very, very excited to like to play this game, and I'll definitely play it on the stream. But as I said before, this game literally comes out a month after Monster Hunter Wilds, and I don't think I will be done with wanting to play more Monster Hunter Wilds by that point. So we'll see how it goes at this stuff. Still though, again, this is combat that I definitely love. Oh, by the way, get ready. This is a two-phase fight. Sorry, a 2 health bar fight, I'm pretty sure. Okay, he's dead here. If I remember correctly. Ah, no, okay. He's done here. And then there is the Viper fight. This was the one that I saw the most. Like all the people who played the demo, this was the fight that they kind of like put on. He has a lot of hair. How do you get such a luscious set of long hair, Kazan? Especially since you're a berserker, right? You would expect his hair to be like cut in many different places because he's moving the sword around and he's getting hit around. If you will play it for me, thank you. I mean, it does look like a game that you would enjoy as well. Me jealous of that hair. Yeah, me as well. Twice in my life I tried to have long hair, didn't work out.
I do not know you, but I know your kind.
I know your
One of
kind.
his must spawn.
Is this the voice actor of Clive from Final Fantasy 16? It does sound. Just don't get hit, yeah. But it's nice to have like deflects that like. Oh god, this is so fun. Oh, and here he uses dual blades or twin axes essentially. And also parries do not absorb a lot of stamina, which is also nice. While dodges do. And also this, he applied like a fucking bleed debuff on the boss there, which is interesting. But yeah, stamina management will be very, very important in this game as well. Wait, did he just put a javelin out? Yo, that's cool. Double animation might rival early Monhan games. Yeah, look at that, yeah. Like, it's just like everywhere. Again, it is the first Berserker. The game should be bloody. Everybody having like triple the amount of blood that a normal human would. I'm gonna fuse myself with this fucking flaming thing. It is Clive's EA bench start. There we go. Thank you. Thank you, Timmy, for the verification. I still collect them, but it's getting expensive as fuck. Oh, are they getting now... Are the cards getting like more expensive to get the ultra rares and stuff like that, Timmy, for the One Piece TCG? Because that's the same. That one thing that Bandai did quite well in the beginning of the TCG market was that they would have like versions. They would have like versions of the rare cards that will be like cheap versions, so you can just like, you know, get them easily and make a deck yourself, and then expensive versions that would be like the ones that like for people who want to make the deck look pretty, which was like nice. But I think they're moving out from that as well, which sucks, but what can you do? Look, this boy is mutating. This looks gruesome as fuck though. Like the fucking double jointed arm. Look at this boy. He's hunched. He's cheated. He used like steroids only on one arm. Now he has Noretuma. I swear, it's Noretuma. The P bundle is only limited releases. At least Gundam wise is a good amount of times recolors. I only ask because this they still do that, Nick. They're just a card short. Oh, they're doing a card. That's the same. All right, is that a card shortage because the were expecting less profit and they underprinted it, or is it the card sorters because it, you know, kind of like how Yu-Gi-Oh does like underprints with some of their cards. It's called premium band. Okay, it's like Yu-Gi-Oh when it does like sort print. So premium Bandai own does limited releases. That's the same. But if your card game is selling, just make your fucking products, man. You had it with OP05. That's the first, which also killed my drive for collecting. The display hit such an expensive price, and I really badly want the display. Yeah, but the price was like $250 for a display. Just a display. Jesus Christ. Why? We're talking about One Piece, they just aren't printing enough cards because the game is growing pretty fucking quickly. Yeah, well, meet the demand. Come on. Man, it's Bandai. I'm like, you have the money. That's a shame. I hope they fix. This is something that can be fixed at the very least. So, if they fix that and the game is still affordable, good. Absolutely good. I hope they... Man, I just like, the only problem is that Bandai is like putting a lot of apples in the TCG basket right now. I think they might run into the issue of like diluting the player base of their card games a bit too much. Because they were saying that they hired Richard Garfield, the guy who, you know, created Magic the Gathering, to design the card game for, what is the Akira Yamaoka property with the desert? I always forget, like Waste Zone. No, I don't remember how it was called. Last release playable was $90 for OP. Okay, so at the very least they went back to normal because OP07 is after OP05. So that's good at least. Actually, Timmy, can you post a picture of the display? Not Black Desert. It's an Akira Yamaoka thing. They did a video game of it recently as well. Well, if I press Akira Yamaoka Desert, it will Akira Yamaoka Desert. How is it called? Oh, not Yamaoka, sorry, Toriyama, for fuck's sakes. Wrong Akira. Sandland, there we go. Yeah, so they've been pushing a bit of Sandland products. PO5 was a massive chase set. Gear 5 Luffy boys. Oh yeah, how far? But overall, I never hit a big card. Your biggest hit was Zoro Leader AA from OBO1, which I sold. Oh, you sold it for $200. That's really good. The Devil Boy? No, it's called like the Sandland. So it was like another manga series that Akira Toriyama did before he passed away. And Bandai has the rights as well. So they released a video game of it recently, and now they're gonna release like a card game of it, and which gameplay is designed by Richard Garfield that did Magic the Gathering. Which, all right, fair, but how many card games has Bandai Namco released like this couple of years? Like 4, 5? Like, we already have Dragon Ball, we're having One Piece, we're having Digimon, we're having like Gundam, and we're having Sandland. That's like fucking 5 card games from one company. 5 trading card games from one company. Oh yeah, the main product is a Little Demon. I don't know a lot about that manga series, so I didn't know. Hey, it's fucking working for them. No, absolutely, it's working for them. But just like, I'm just worried that in the long run they might like, you know, like, you know, the thing, look, where you have something that is working for you and you putting all of your eggs on that thing. So, and you might like be diluting a little bit too much your own market of these things. So I hope it doesn't like, you know, I hope they don't like overdo it. What do you mean? If that makes any sense. Isn't it the same as Square Enix and RPGs? Well, Square Enix and RPGs, the thing is, it's not that problematic for them, because the only ones that they don't do well for them usually are like the smaller ones, and especially the gacha games, which would make sense. But when they have a big one, because they have like because they have a series that is mainland, that is like, you know, like Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest or anything like that, that are like main series that are RPGs, they like it works for them because they usually do a good job. Like Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was a very good game, for example. But the problem here is like Matthias is like these are card games based on properties. Like Square Enix releases a Final Fantasy RPG game, which is an RPG series. So while Bandai is like, oh, we have this property, let's make a card game based on it, and it's working for them now. I just think that it's getting a little bit silly. Just know because of all the DB games, they have heavily promoted the series. True, yeah. Card games are cheap enough over there that you can actually play several. That is true, yeah. It's not like us. Which us are the fucking idiots, where it was like we look at the fucking collectible card game and immediately people go stonks and they make it a fucking secondary market. That's one of the problems we have when it comes to trading card games. A lot of people just don't look at card games for like playing them or like getting cards because they like their design on them. No, they're getting them and buying them because they're like, I can make profit out of this. Stonks. Magic the Gathering has a huge issue with that. Magic the Gathering, the Commander ruined them, like the fans of Magic the Gathering, not even the company. The company's Wizard of the Coast is doing big problems as well. But the fan base ruined Commander for themselves because of their own greed, which is hilarious. And you know what? Deserved. It's their own fault. They ruined, like, they made the best format of Magic, the best casual format of the most popular casual format of Magic the Gathering worse by their greed. It's very funny. You bought the collab with Street Fighter just because Street Fighter. Don't at me. Yeah, no, why would I at you? Don't know what that was, that Berserker sign there was. But yeah, as you can see, it's really fun. Like, as I was saying before, this game looks really fun. This game's gameplay looks something that I will really, really enjoy. So this is definitely one in the books for me. And obviously, as I said many times before, the last game that I'm interested for the near future, at the very least, because I know there's going to be so many more games, especially from summer and above, for us to play together, would be like Fatal Fury, which I cannot wait. That game like looks really, really, really fun, and the combo structure and stuff. Looks like very, very good. Yeah, there we go. It's like one of the most recent ones. It's been like a couple of months old, of like designers of the game playing matches, and it's like Vox and Mai, which Vox is the guy who is like Kain in the Garo Mark of the Wolf, and it looks really cool. Like, has some really cool, like, the combos look very fun in this, because one thing that I really like in this is like you can technically like combo the normal version of a special attack to the EX version of a special attack quite fine, as long as your opponent is being juggled. So yeah, so here, as you saw, he did like here he hit him with a far strong, and then he immediately cancelled it into EX move, because usually in SNK fighting games you cannot cancel far strong moves into stuff, but in EX there, and then this, and then he tried, you saw that he tried to connect an uppercut there, but he whiffed. But yeah, I cannot wait for this game. This is gonna be very fun to play around and try for, like, and see how well I can do with this as well. It is a SNK fighting game, which I'm a big fan of. So yeah. So I think the super does happen in this video, Matthias. Don't worry. You and Sid will get your FAB material, but he needs to have 2 super bars. Bandai will order through P Bandai if you have the Akuma Gundam in the TCG. Oh, the Akuma Gundam. Nice. Yeah, there we go. It's coming soon. I still don't understand what SPG means. I don't know what SPG means, but I know what it is. It's the same thing as the top system in God of Mark of the Wolf. When your life bar is on this yellow block, you get access to another special move, a couple more properties, and another super, essentially. So you have a focus attack for each character, but that focus attack only exists when you're in SPG. Because One Piece fucking daunting as a series. But when the Studio Wit 1 released a lot of new people who finally started. Yeah! So, is Studio Wit going to do One Piece from the start? Are they going to animate the One Piece series from the start again, Luke? Okay, perfect. That's probably the time where I will go back into the One Piece anime. Like, I will go from there. Because, man, I love reading the manga, but I have been burned from the series, from the anime series of One Piece. I feel like it progresses so slowly. They're essentially doing One Piece Kai. Good. They are mad because her normal outfit isn't available as a costume. Oh no. I'm not gonna lie, I actually like this outfit a lot. The new one, I mean. It's kinda weird that you cannot like easily punish like confirming to overheads. Yeah, look at this combo. Wait. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Super. That is such a cool combo in a corner. And that came from a light. Look. Light kick. Light punch. Like far strong. EX the fire spinny. EX, this is the blade fan dance that she had in older Fatal Fury games. Then she does this attack and she breaks it. So a lot of specials you can break them, so you can stop them mid animation in order to continue with another combo. So she breaks 1, 2, breaks this in order to do uppercut, which she breaks, uppercut, special uppercut, which she breaks in order to do another super. And here's you the super that you asked, by the way, Matthias. Why is she wearing so much clothes? I don't know, because she wants to be dressed normally for once in her life. But again, cool stuff. Like I'm like doing combos in KOF 15 is really fun. It's one of my most fun like combo playstyle like in recent fighting games. So I am really interested to try out the combos here because of the break system with the specials as well. Like it looks very intriguing. Another franchise that sits on its loyal fanbase. Well, when you say loyal fanbase, I hear more horny monkeys in this kind of sense. If you talk about like KOF. Thirst levels, yeah. But yeah, with that said, that's kind of like what I'm excited in the near future at the very least. This is like kind of like the games that I'm excited for like winter and spring, because we don't know a lot about like games that are coming out like in the summer and winter, because if the new Nintendo console comes out near the winter as well, we'll definitely have a lot of games to play around that as well. And also with the new like with new Shenmue games and Okami games for the year after as well. There is so many things that we'll be looking forward to. The Elden Ring thing, I'm excited for as well, but I mean they already fucked it up a little bit. Apparently, in order to play it online with friends, you need to be 3 people. Apparently you cannot play it with 2. Like you can either play it with 1 or with 3, which it was a little 3DS game called like Legend of Zelda, like Triforce Heroes, which had the same thing, and that didn't do well. Also, New Doom, yeah, New Doom also, absolutely. I agree. No, I'm not saying like I'm fine with that as well. Look, don't get me wrong. I have like enough people here and in real life to play the Elden Ring multiplayer game as well. But it will be a bummer for a lot of people. It's way easier to find one person extra to play someone online than to find 2. And also the New Doom. Yes, Viking. Thank you for reminding me. And also the New Doom. And if it is completely, if it's finished development this year, Ultra Kill as well. Although I don't know if it will. We are not real. You are real. Never speak of Triforce Heroes. I like Triforce Heroes personally, but yeah, I understand why many people didn't. But yeah, I think this would be the best time to finish the stream for today. We've been streaming for like 3 hours, and I need to I need to get ready for my first day of work tomorrow, for the first day of the year, of the first day of work for the year tomorrow. And I need to make food and what the fuck is Gal Guardians? God, I love Winter Tap, man. Honestly, if there is one of the things that I always miss when I go back from Greece is like the tap water from Scotland. Scotland has one of the best tap waters ever. Not even a joke. But yeah, I think. But we didn't talk about all the Winter New Year's and new chapter. No, I'm okay. Okay, time to finish the stream. But it's just like I saw Fire Emblem Heroes run. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. It was very, very nice to be able to see you all, to talk to you all, to wish you all Happy New Year, and get everything up and ready for many more streams for the future. Don't worry, we'll have a lot of fun. As I said before, we will be continuing our Metaphor Fantasio playthrough starting on Wednesday. We're getting closer, and I think we have so Wednesday Metaphor, Metaphor for the most part, for the most of this month, because I want to finish that game if I can. Either this month or at the start of February, so when Monster Hunter Wilds is out, I have no left responsibility. Where did you finish up? We are just when the protection of the King's spell, when it protects people from not getting murdered, was lifted. Look, that's where we finished, essentially. So, we finished just as we got Basilio as our party member, essentially. So yeah, that's kind of where we are right now. We will talk about it on Wednesday as well. But yeah, guys, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you, big thanks to Harst and Luke for the resubscriptions, and I hope you're ready. We're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure Tim is already planning a lot of new stuff and brain rot for us as well. I cannot wait. A Battle for the Throne has transformed into Game of the Thrones, but still good, thankfully. A Battle for the Throne has transformed into Game of Thrones. The series? How do you transform into a copyrighted series? What? But yeah. Oh yeah, true. You're not wrong, Ninja. If you mean about about Metaphor, you're right. You're right in some cases. It's not as bloody though. But yeah, with that said, guys, it was a pleasure to have you all. Thank you all so much. I hope you had fun. It was nice to be able to catch up with you. I always like doing these just chatting streams, especially after long breaks, because we have a lot of things to say. And yeah, as I was saying, we will be Speedy Dinklage there. Do we count Hazemay? He's cute. He's a cute bat. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for keeping me company. It was so good to see all of you. And yeah, join me on Wednesday for probably at 5:30 UK time as always for more Metaphor Fantasio. But until then, bye everybody. Have a phenomenal rest of the day and Happy New Year. I hope 2025 will be full of laughs, full of joy, and full of my usual stupidity and recklessness for the stream as well. But until then, love you all. See you on Wednesday.